Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Rookie Roman Cancel, our beginner intermediate bracket for everybody with less than 150 milliseconds to Germany. Joining me today on commentary is Heartbreak Daisy and Yucker. How's it going today?
Hello.
Pretty good. Slept like shit, but made up for it with hella Central Fiction games, and now I'm here.
Sky.
Awesome. I like all that shot. We were sitting here at like 11:58 being like, where's Yucker? Or like 2 minutes before, right? And I was like, he's probably playing Blaze Blue. It's okay. He's going to show up.
Yeah.
He'll make it.
I stopped before, like 20 minutes before, and then I was kind of watching the New York local that's going on right now, because there's somebody I know from there that plays.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, TSB. So that's fun. But I have duties. So I have now 2 streams and the game in the middle. I'm like so zooted on content. Like I'm mad stimming right now.
Nice.
He's locked in.
Mode.
He's jacked into the stream.
Nice.
It's we got a good weekend for GGXrd, you know. Texas Showdown is also this weekend. They had pools yesterday. They did top 8 tomorrow, but there's nothing today, and now we're here to fill that space and see some more fighting.
That's right.
Yeah, truly, it's for the people that can't make it out there, because unfortunately for Texas Showdown, the main issue is location, and probably not a lot of people vibe with the location as of now, but it is what it is, and you make the most of it with
Yeah.
online action.
Yeah, shout outs to online.
Shout outs to online. Well, limited shout outs to online. There's always quirks and rollbacks and whatnot where you must definitely support your locals. If you have a local, I will forgive you for not attending Roman Cancel. I skip Rookie Roman Cancel to attend my locals.
Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah, you very frequently skip to attend locals, and you put up this defensive guy with the supreme fit.
It's my greatest shame that I must support my locals and I can't be out here commentating, Mike vulturing every Saturday.
Well, glad to have you here. It's I've been, because like, damn, I haven't been doing it for a couple of weeks too.
That's
so
true.
It's like, damn, just right back in the groove all of a sudden. And no graduates today. We've got 22 people, and none of them are fish holders. So this is a night of new legends.
Yeah, it's also just kind of a very reassuring thing, because like the ultimate fear of a eventual like progression bracket where people are naturally phased out, right, no longer eligible to participate. The concern is like, aren't you accidentally dwindling the player base? But to still have a consistent rotation, now we're up to the point once again that basically like a body going through, like, we're refreshing its entire cellular structure, right? We have new players, fresh blood, all ready to start claiming their own fish from the pond.
At some point, we do probably have the bracket of Theseus, where it's a Rookie Roman Cancel, but it's like all new players who were not present at like the first one. I mean, that's probably true at this point, but it's it's a regenerating structure, and we got fresh blood. High Will, not really fresh blood. Kishi kind of fresh blood. It's been a couple of months at this point, but on the Viking.
Oh, and the Bedman, rare Pepe character indeed. Don't get to see them too often, as a very strange little character. Of course, with the deja vus being repeating moves after Bedman uses one special, they will drop a seal from where when they activate the inverse command, right? So a lot of their stuff is quarter circles. When they hit the quarter circle back, instead they summon a projectile variant of it. So that sets up for like a lot of tricky situations that it's very knowledge checky. That's kind of what a way a lot of people describe Bedman, a very knowledge checky character. And once you can kind of start passing those, you'll see why they typically put him on the lower rung of the power scaling. But question is, does Kishi have that?
Yeah, it's hard to say. Viken's a character with a lot of good damage, but it is definitely going to be about, you know, if Bedman gets his setup going, it's a big problem. But Viken's also got a lot of great ways. We saw the Suzerain parry, or the armor right there. Also has the Azami parry to get through a lot of those mids. And a bad burst by High Will. Corner position here, pretty good.
Yeah, fortunately not able to keep him still for the time being, the Tatami, but it's a 2-hitter projectile, so the one won't be sufficient. Trapped in the corner, Red RC trying to push for a little bit more damage, but they're gonna use the burst here just to escape. But now trying to back away, leverage the life lead here just to put Kishi in an awkward position. Cascade Prime getting the teleport behind. There's enough to kill, not quite just yet, but we're gonna send the Blade. Okay, I think that, yeah, it just smokes you out.
Yeah, that was practically active before Kishi sent the super out. At the very least, High Will doesn't have a lot of burst, but we're seeing a lot of great screen control from High Will. Went corner to corner in that situation, just willing to play the long game, and that's great with Bedman with all his projectiles. And we're seeing right now the challenge on Kishi is to get in, maybe try to mash through those deja vus a little bit. That's a little bit of a matchup knowledge thing, right? Is knowing that you can hit those things out and like swat them out.
That's true. Especially like very definite core part of what makes for good and bad matchups into Bedman is how low committal can you swipe away the sigils from the screen. Oh yeah, another one of those knowledge check supers, of course, that recognize where you're positioned next to it because it is throwable.
Oh, tight spot for Kishi. High Will goes back. Nice 6P. And, oh, yeah, just got clipped. Sort of, you know, Kishi's sort of, the movement, he's sort of, like, maybe thinking it through a little bit too hard, and High Will was staying mobile with the air dashes. That's one of those nice things about Bedman, has that 8-way air dash. Stall for a little bit, go a different direction. Got the cross-up right there.
Yeah.
So that's game 1 to High Will, and yeah.
Infinite potential air dive kicks, of course, a very strong tool. Unfortunately, the pressure ending with High Will stuck in the corner here. As Kishi now just tries to push on forward, gets a little counter hit action, but doesn't quite connect the loop there. So maybe lacking a bit of damage and knockdown, and trying to pass through the maze of projectiles, and ultimately ends up putting themselves into the corner, which is now the Bedman domain with all these deja vu seals. And big trades happening, but it's still Kishi on the life disadvantage.
Yeah. Air movement from Kishi just a little bit mistarget. Ooh, Hemi Jack! Watch out, that thing's gonna stun you! The sheep! Uh-oh. Going in for the red IK.
No!
Oh, nice smash by Kishi! High Will doesn't have meter now. So big chance for Kishi with the 100 meter. It's nonetheless, I feel like you gotta save the burst. And I agree with Kishi on that one. It does put High Will at set point, but...
Yeah, indeed. The knowledge checks keep piling on with this character, right? When dealing with the Sheppy super, the main thing you have to keep in mind is don't jump. That thing cannot hit you while you're on the ground.
Oh, really? Do you have to, like, go airborne for it?
Yeah, you have to be airborne to get hit by Hemi Jack.
What? I've never known that, because I play Millie and I'm always jumping.
Yeah, no, it just hovers on your head and just sits there. So it's literally just a jump trap, similar to, what is it, like the fish from ABK?
Okay. Wow, that's amazing. First up by Kishi. Nice Zami on the task B there, or task C rather. Doesn't quite get the throw. 6K though. I feel like we're not seeing Kishi use a lot of meter in their situations. It's like High Will's been very good about using RCs and even just using meter for super. Kishi a little bit more reserved on it.
It's one of those kind of things that beginners do generally struggle with, and I think here we go again.
Here we go.
Hovers on your head and doesn't do anything.
Wow! Look at that! Kishi's listening to comms.
But yeah, beginner telltale for people starting out with games that have like frequent resources, especially very liberal usage of resources like GGXrd does, is they don't understand how, and they're very focused on what their character voids rather than sort of the system mechanics, which is kind of like the smart way that Roxas went around creating Giovanna, right? The character empowers by the more meter you hold.
Right. Oh, nice jump in here. Find some footsies. Talking about Bedman knowledge checks, I'm not really saying High Will use the forward dash on Bedman. It's gets to that guard point and can cross up. Seeing a lot of that keep away game. But for a lot of these strikes where Kishi's trying to go in. It's working out so far though, great life lead.
The block on the prime, 2 seals. Any chance to use it? No, swats away the far slash, killing the A prime seal. We're gonna go into the super, but I think, yeah, High Will just blocking out, has the 50 meter, chooses not to make it safe, sends out the Hemi Jack again. Big fat, yeah, and then you go jump into it to stun. Try once more, yellow IK. Okay. It wouldn't be an EU bracket without a dropped instant kill. Interesting.
Maybe a sign of respect. How strange.
Sure.
It's the situation of throwing the gun to the side and being like, no, we'll fight this out without either of us having meter. But Highwell still had the life advantage there and gets the trade.
For anyone that watched the most recent episode, right? Sorcerers without cursed energy. It's time to throw hands. But yeah, good stuff there from Highwell. Definitely showing some of the more decent understanding of what Bedman can do, right? Meter usage, and of course having fun with Hemi-Jack. Soon, of course, that will end. But get your victims while you can, right?
It's a sometimes food. It'll become a rare times food, but you gotta have your snacks and enjoy your treats while you can have them.
That's true. If you gotta have inspiration for how to utilize Hemi-Jack, definitely take a look at Naiad. They are a gold burst into Hemi-Jack merchant.
Yeah. That's amazing. Good stuff by Kishi too, I mean, Kishi's a little bit on the newer side, and I do feel like the meter usage is maybe something to keep in mind of like trying to find ways to get that offense a little bit more extended. But in a matchup like that, it was very hard because Highwell did such a good job of managing the projectile game, and once you're like 70% away, it's like, what are you gonna do? Kuchinashi YRC, throw yourself across the screen, get real.
Get so for real. All right, up next we got Pepto-Dismal. That fantastic name. Fantastic name. Versus Sural. I've seen these Sural names float around. Haven't seen her play GGXrd, so curious to view how this pans out. Oh, we got a Milia player.
Yeah, Pepto-Dismal on Milia. I was gonna say I've seen this name before in the Milia hat. Got me hopeful. And Sural or Surly? I wonder about that. But yeah, like recently returning. So a little bit of a newer player as well. I hear that Ino players do not like this matchup.
That makes sense to hear because, for one, I think it's always a recurring factor for Ino that the main difficulty on this character is the horizontal approach, right? You are very limited in your movement, either a diagonal or like a triangle dash, or you have to use the stroke, which is both a call-out tool, compared to Milia, who is just very fast, constantly being all over the screen. So just a general hard time to actually get a grip on her to keep her still and then run your mix.
Yeah, we're already kind of seeing it right now. Pepto-Dismal running circles around Surly. Good corner position, 50 meter. It's a good throw here. Nice block. Even when the distance doesn't work out, Millie is getting a lot of damage off these trades.
I absolutely.
This is a tough one. Oh, nice 6P.
Just get out of there, but fortunately the throw is going to do the trick here. Always difficult to make that comeback happen from a life disadvantage situation, especially one like that. Even though considering Milia is one of the pixie characters, right? So the health is a bit inaccurate, let's just say, right? If you compare them 1-to-1, but it's not for nothing that the bar's that big.
Yeah, definitely. That's like one of the advantages that Ino has in this matchup, or at least one of the saving graces is that she can crap out damage. So Surly just has not. We're seeing a bit of a timid VCL, great for the anti-air, but very like gentle approaches, and Pepto-Dismal's doing a lot better job of just like pressing buttons and getting in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Chance.
It's maybe one of those things of like genuinely being uncomfortable with the matchup, where you can see just triangle dash JS making attempts to push forward, does find a jump in the count hit, but unfortunately no conversion, right? The key with, is when you do get these hits is to make sure to route that into knockdowns and then keep the vortex looping. But see the VCL here, create a little bit of space, trying to go for the stanky leg 2K, has a slight life advantage, but with the corner pressure from Pepto-Dismal now, this is going to be a tricky one for Sorrel to get away from. 5K hits.
Just doing a forward jump. Kind of interesting to see Sorrel do that forward jump. It's like choosing not to do the hover dash. I think the hover dash is something that scares Eno players sometimes. But it was like, I don't know, it's very strange. I think this is a game about ranges, this matchup in particular, where Sorrel, if is on the outside, she needs to be thinking about like doing note and harassing with that projectile, right? But
Right.
as soon as it gets on the inside, like VCL is great. Like VCL is super fast startup, gets you in the air fast. It's a great reversal.
Absolutely.
But, yeah.
Yeah, just like that, exactly as you were saying earlier, VCL quick, being able to be snappy and interrupt approach there. Something that Sorel could also look at is considering using Note to cut off an angle of approach, mainly see if it's possible to stop Melee from freely operating in the air, right? So you can try to focus a little bit more on the ground where Ino has some better buttons to play with. Of course, her air normals are still really good, but just the inflexibility of her movement makes it so tricky to compete.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's definitely a matchup, like if you're a beginner Millia and you're a beginner Ino, the beginner Millia is having a lot more fun. Estes Squire C. But right now, Pepto Dismal doesn't have pin. Well, got it back though. A lot of meter for Sorel. Nice Note.
Ooh.
One last chance, 100 meter. How about a Fortissimo? Anything? No.
Yeah. Might be seeing one of those beginner factors rearing its ugly head again, where just the difficulty to understand where to utilize this meter, right? What's a good YRC opportunity? When should I actually start meter dumping for supers and whatnot? All with good time, of course, to learn. And finally, our government-mandated danger time to start off pretty early in the bracket, all things considered.
Yeah, it's only like the second match. That's not bad at all. I do think also in terms of Eno buttons, JH could be doing a lot of work here to put out a hurt box, but Sorel's kind of trying some JP, some JK, but like making some space out and like forcing Millia to approach. Right now, there's a knockdown, push it a little bit harder. No. Running under HCL, that's a matchup moment. Millia has a very low dash.
Yeah, indeed. Of course, it takes a bit of bravery to fully commit to that dash, whereas typically you see opponents throw out the projectiles. You get a bit apprehensive and might want to second guess your approach, but nevertheless, just chasing down here with the life advantage, finds the final quick few connections there to close out the set here. 2-0 for Pepto Dismal.
Yeah, pretty good stuff. You know, Millia's got good buttons, even if you don't really get the Oki going. Well, in terms of Oki, Pepto had some Oki going that Sorel was doing great at blocking, right? So sometimes that happens, but even when even in neutral, the Millia buttons really just added up into some good damage, and getting more knockdowns and not letting the opponent play as much is just your path to victory sometimes.
Right.
I do hope Sorel, if she sticks with Eno and finds some offense going and stuff, I think she's gonna have some good times on it. But it felt a little green, I guess. But that's okay. Glad to have her back.
That's for sure. Especially, you know, just the consistency of attending is going to show you such great improvement, as well as just being able to ask questions within the community who are very, very keen to help out anybody with just about anything they want to ask, honestly, right? Tech,
yeah,
mindset, matchup information, like the whole lot. This is the best place you can get feedback on, and not even probably get a direct answer at times, but nevertheless engage in discussion to collectively figure out an answer.
Yeah. So sometimes you ask a fighting game player a question and you get a philosophy lesson, and it's just kind of like that. But if you chew on it, sometimes you get a direct answer.
Fighting games are really like Khabib quote, right? Yeah. Where they just drag you into deep waters and you really get to know yourself.
Yes. Oh, 100%. Yeah, this is a game of self-reflection at the end of it. Both players here self-reflecting. Rarbin versus Cooper. Ben 10 Alien Swarm on Blu-ray.
Is that a recent development? The Alien Swarm is
I'm
fire.
Not sure. Oh, try the backdash here.
Get the pickup as well.
And Cooper's been leveling up so much lately. Just like, he's been watching a whole bunch of videos. Even sending it on DP like this, holding the burst afterwards. Like, I like the burst there. Wow, the clash! But he was like really willing to hold that combo for a moment until it went to the 5D, and then he found a nice burst point, got that round.
Check over, but still very much in control with the right stamp. Able to catch the Dandy step. Surprised to not see the health skill, or sorry, not the health skill, to the crosswise come out here from Robin. But yeah, you can see sort of one of the pains in this matchup where something like Dandy Step quickly gets blown up by Gunflame, just the ground traversing projectile, which makes it very tricky for Slayer to get around.
Yeah, but if Robin's able to get in, nice DP by Cooper. A lot of meter here. Also has the burst. Wild throw, big opportunity for Cooper. Oh, tried to baiting it out there, I think. Dead on time?
Wow.
Just got out. Oh.
Look. Brendan Paul bunkers, didn't quite get the counter confirmed. Could have been massive there for Robin, but unfortunately down to that final interaction and sends it with the DP. Cooper taking that first game.
Yeah, almost had it there. Immediate rematch. Cooper taking a moment here. Cooper looked pretty in control there. I mean, that's I already said it, but his soul, he looks so good. We already had a soul graduate last time with Pork Chop, and it's always fun to see another soul come through and just have a different wild style. Getting another wild throw right there into the combo. So far, Robin holding the burst. Honestly, not a bad chunk of damage, thanks to Slayer's sturdiness.
Yeah, great way to kick things off with here. Quickly whipping a 2S after the DP, but it's all good. Keeping the damage running. The gun flame, unfortunately, mistiming the RC, so that's a very expensive little mistake there. But still, on these short interactions, rocking the DP, of course. Slayer, one of those characters that naturally has a lot of frame traps built into his kit for the sole purpose of getting you to press wrong and getting that counter hit. But of course, that leaves you susceptible to DP reversals if you're not careful. And very active projectiles, catching you trying to dash and dandy step. So Soul is very much the master of control in this matchup, and what a way to kick off the round here. Counter hit 6 HS with a late burst, surviving most of the damage.
Ooh. Yeah, Robin's last stand right now. Oh, Crosswise working out, beating the Fafnir. I was gonna say didn't quite get the combo, but it turned it into a reset. Oh, got the stun. This should be a quick round. Cooper giving it one last shot. For no good return.
I'm surprised at that sequence of decisions, right? One, to not mash out the stun and then commit the burst is that's an interesting choice.
Yeah, sometimes you can just take a round as a write-off, I guess. You know, like you can just you can give your opponent a round. You know, you don't gotta. Because now it's like you're in the corner against Slayer. A lot of normal blocking from Robin.
Oh,
got it. Oh, not quite.
I'm getting pretty lucky there as well, right? The risk expiring so that the second hit of the DP wasn't a forced counter hit, which does normally allow for a pickup from Soul's end, but we're still rocking the DP. Fearless as always, dead on time, but I think might have recovered in time. No, just gets hit. And the DP whiffed this time, but no, it's the victim being thrown out from it.
Oh no, step dash moment. Couldn't really get a punish because of the positioning on it. Nice blitz. And gets the game. It's 1-1 now. And Cooper never got his burst back. Is there a lesson here?
Maybe. I think some of it's called like narrative irony or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe. I don't read too much.
Truly, we are fighting game players.
Couple of DPs. Nice step through that second Fafnir. Robin's starting to get a little more momentum now. 75 meter.
Especially with the life lead, right? Free to just kind of take priority, but the 2H edge here, catching the Elder Skeleton, very interesting. Gunflame, trapping the forward dash. Unfortunately, doesn't get the Fafnir there to finish off the combo, but nevertheless gets the next hit. Keeps it nice and simple, this time running the break instead. Double fake into the wild throw here is enough to kill. No, we're gonna go for the late burst on Robin's side.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, that's, I think if you wanted to burst, you had to do it sooner, because now you're in the Cooper situation. Cooper now on set point, running right into the gunflame.
Good dash out there. Great count hit. Unfortunately, not getting the full pickup there, and Cooper immediately recognizes the situation, runs out of the corner, swapping with Robin now, trapped in there, trying to bait out a response, seeing the meter on Robin's end, but ultimately both players playing it cool, baits the burst, but immediately to the 2H counted right after, just fearless.
Okay, last chance for Robin, immediately sending it, and connected! This is pretty good for Robin now! No, but the one last DP! Oh my goodness. You know, I'm surprised Robin didn't think about it. You know, or at least have some consideration of like, what if Cooper sends one last DP here? Because Cooper was sending so many DPs, but in the heat of the moment, it's hard to say.
I feel like it's one of the more frustrating things to have to play long, like it's a longevity thing in fighting games where characters with DPs, they can start enforcing RPS where typically there shouldn't exist any, right? So especially for Cooper, who has a penchant for constantly DPing, like you said, on Wake Up, starts opening up a bit of a broader situation where at some point you're going to pay it the mind and the respect. And that's when they catch you and they just start waking up with buttons saying like, my turn, because you're afraid of the DP. So it's going to be a very interesting back and forth, but for the most part, I think definitely when you're in this really high octane moment, there's a lot of stuff running through your head of like, what are the options available for my opponent? And maybe you do consider the DP, but ultimately you just say like, I want to believe that they won't do it.
Yeah.
Because they've done it so much. I just want to believe, I need to believe that it would work this way.
I need to believe. It really is that. I think you're right. I need to believe. I need to believe that Dracula can beat May. I love Yervil. You know, shout outs to Yervil. Yervil's awesome, but I feel like this matchup can't be fun for Chip.
It's definitely the Razor's Edge type of matchup where I feel like, of course, when Chip gets running, there's not a whole lot that May has at his disposal. Of course, system mechanics, metered reversals and such, but just playing out the general neutral, especially jumping and swinging that anchor around, is just such a constant threat for a character like Chip.
Yeah, now corner position. Trying to go up, gets out with the Alpha Blade. Gets a bit of a chance, but yeah, the height right there lets Yervil tech out into air buttons. And Dracula just keep taking space now, trying to make some room, find an opening, makes the connection. Oh! Yeah, this is so hard. Oh! That's pretty okay.
Decent conversion, but one of those pain points on Chip, of course, is not being able to hand in hard knockdowns from such a high point in the sky. Trying to go for some interesting Alpha Blade YRC gimmicks, but really has to pay mind on his approach here, because one wrong step and you eat an anchor to the face, and that's the round over.
Yeah, 100 meter for Yervil now. Gamma Blade into the Guts Crush. Yervil. Oh no! The Alpha Blade got right back in. That was great work. I think that was a TK Alpha. That was very fast. The Dracula stays alive despite all things. We talk about that Razor's Edge. That was it. Bit of a stronger round this time.
Ready for the second Dolphin, gets squeezed away from the corner. Gonna go for the burst here to try and conserve momentum. Gets a big 2H counter here, but unfortunately not able to fully convert the air extension there. Just finding some stray hits, but nothing major to come out of it, which definitely is not something that Dracula is too excited at seeing, where any sort of neutral button you press is a risk of just being counter hit by the anchor. But now we're starting to see possibly the close here, but doesn't. Yeah, it's awkward. Slight delay on getting that close slash, but nevertheless getting the teleport out, mix-upping there Yervil, and able to get that first game.
Yeah, that was looking tight for that first round, but kept it a bit tighter for the second one. Yervil, not one I would ever count out though, especially, I mean, it's like we said with the matchup, just gotta find those hits. It's always about hitting the mosquito. And so far, Dracula just holding the tempo down. Can't get the knockdown there. And spent the 25 meters, so walked out a meter for a little bit.
Ooh. Okay.
But Beta Blade.
It's a little moment of reprieve, but Yervil's right back on top of it. The many JAs hammering down, and we're still sending out the Beta Blades, inspired by the play of Cooper. Just letting it rip, be free, be fearless. Put the onus on your
keep doing it till they stop it. Yeah, exactly. Put the onus on the opponent. Make them figure it out. Oh, here we go. Ah, I didn't have it. Yervil just needing a good touch. The RC, that's not quite it. Dracula still having a chance here. Maybe it's all for the burst meter timer. There it is.
Now it's just a matter of finding the next round here to try and tie up the set. Both players. Well, Dracula has the burst available. Yervil not too far off from his own, but gets run straight into the wake-up throw there. So we're now just trying to survive the corner and keep sending it, denying the approach here from Dracula to make use of actually the corner situation. Nevertheless, reset throw into the teleport, just going into the air, chicken blocking it out. JD, Nervo constantly making sure to escape these interactions, but not the corner just yet.
Yeah, bringing it back to mid-screen now. Dolphin now launching into the corner. Great air throw by Dracula. Getting the knockdown, keeping it going a little bit further. Oh, air tech though. Invisibility denied. Dracula close to 100 meter now. But has to make the roundup, just sends it! Go punish that! No! Wasn't ready! That always ends on the opposite side. It's 5 zoops, so it goes like, you know, if you start left, you end right. The whiner! Ooh. No! Flips through it!
Long way there, Alpha Blade get out of the corner. Has a bit of meter to play with, just needs to find the final few touches, and I think the health bar is a little bit deceptive, although, yeah, now it's definitely in Yurval's favor, because it is a pixie character here, Chip. Takes quite a bit of damage.
Oh, teleported in. Kunai hits.
Angle.
Down.
Oh.
No. 6K.
Sends it.
We gotta shut out Dracula. Typed out worth a try while hitting the Zansei. I saw a little bit of a lag spike during the game. I was wondering what was going on. I think it was this guy tabbing in and out.
Yeah. It's crazy. Type
he's saying on borderless. Yeah, mid Zansei. Type out, you know? Be like, worth the shot. Use the fighting game chat, man. It's we got tools for this.
Just take a bunch of Steam screenshots to ruin your opponent's chance at punishing a bad super.
Oh! Beta blade. Teleport behind. Devil getting put in the blender right now. But yeah, tech's out into the air buttons. That's like he said. Can't get that knockdown from up high. And that life deficit is vaporized.
Ooh, the overhead.
Ooh!
Through all of that informational clutter from the kunais. Getting the knockdown off the super and gets the teleport JH here. So Dracula back onto the set point. Please wait, Green RC. We are struggling our way through this as we're trying our best to get to the next round.
Help!
We're not there yet. Oh, heavens.
Somebody's eating the cables.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we're back.
Are we good?
Question mark?
Dracula's confused too.
Okay. I think they might be playing now.
I'm gonna have faith that nobody was all tabbing each other. Alright, we're moving.
Oh! Green RC to be able to check the anti-air. Slick moves.
Okay,
wow.
Crossing up. Jump and stall. Welcome back to the corner. No. Ooh.
Blades out of that situation immediately with the beta blade. Finds the air throw on the reset. The gamma trying to push a little bit of OTG damage. And just like that, the teleport into the finish. No burst from Yurval. And that's going to be the set 2-1 for Dracula.
Dracula stays alive. Or, well, it's winner's side. We'll see Yurval on the loser's side. Or, Yurval can have his loser's side run. Bit of an unfortunate lag spike at the end there, but good try by Yurval. That was, surprised he died with the burst, you know? It was, maybe just at that point, you start getting hit by the left-right, you don't know when Chip's gonna land, you have no faith in anything, you just gotta resign yourself. Go stand up, go check the modem or something.
Kick the modem, maybe. Gives you a chance to observe where Chip's going to end up and what kind of mix-up he's running. Because, of course, constantly having to deal with four-way mix-ups is a nightmare, that's for sure. And your best approach into playing reactionary into Chip is to try to halve the options the character has at his disposal, right? Make it either a high-low or a left-right. I think typically it's just going to be high-low if you blitz it.
True. So we got MC Smachka, the answer. We've seen his answer a couple of times. Sort of a second place finisher. Finished to second place to Velvet Wolf a couple of times, I want to say.
Uh-huh.
But Velvet Wolf has graduated now, so this could be Smachka's time. He is #1 seed tonight. We've seen some great answer from him before.
Yeah, I would put them as well as my my favorite tier to take it, because for one, of course, their answer very, very competent. Along with the fact that I think hardly people are able to get answer practice. Like, it's genuinely such an unpopular character. It did get its initial boost of a player base after the rollback patch, right? Because that just introduced so much new blood to GGXrd. But I still think he gets overlooked a ton. Like, when people just look at the roster for the first time.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a... Answer's a hard character, right? I mean, just in terms of, like, DLC, he's got a lot going on at the very end of the life cycle, but definitely a lot of people have been putting in the time to learn tech and really, like, flesh out the strength of this character.
Oh, certainly.
He does still have paper-thin defense, but as soon as you get the scrolls going and the parry and everything starts moving, it can really start working out. There's the parry right there. Getting the left-right movement. Trooper already without burst.
Good IB, trying to jump over, excellently able to clear the gunflame now, challenging with these fast slashes. Both of them swinging their long as normal, but of course, Answer does have basically that hit scan projectile with the business card.
Ooh. Hey, burst out by Smochka.
Oh,
there's the riot stamp avoided. Nice parry on the gunflame.
Very smart awareness there from MC Smochka, right? Constantly utilizing the scrolls that are set, as well as not being a victim during dashes to die into projectiles while flinging head on first towards your opponent here. Immediately getting the cross up straight into the Azuna drop. So we're continuing to deal the damage back and away, trying to see if maybe there's a way to bait out, because I think MC Smochka caught that Cooper game on stream, seeing the penchant for DPs on Wake Up.
Yeah, it's one of the dangers of going on stream, right? People start learning your habits. If you get tape, that's tape that your opponent can review.
That is for sure the case.
Cooper just taking steps back here, trying to get anything started. The riot stamp now has the corner position. Oh, nice IB by Smochka. Oh.
The burst here needs to try and fight it out. Otherwise, that's going to be the first game going to FC Smochka. Both players, I think the slight life advantage is on Cooper, but you can just see how comfortable FC Smochka is just to hang back despite it all and set up these scrolls, which, of course, gives a much stronger position to be played from for Answer. Fortunately, able to get the full routing, but nevertheless, staying on top of Cooper, but going for the right side, the backdash. Hit scan project on the YRC. Do we get the extension this time? No, that combo's been dropped a bit too many times, which this is a very uncomfortable thing to see here from MC Smochka's end.
Oh. Fatal greed by Cooper, though, thinking Smochka would burst while up around. It's, you know, at that point, hopefully Cooper takes that as information, but that's information that did cost him the game. But next time, maybe just go for the combo.
Wow. 2P able to just hit the 6H before it comes out. Normally you'd expect that to not work and instead a very dead answer on your screen, but hey, sometimes you gotta pray and believe, because this is the kind of interactions that people are looking for. Oh my god.
Just sends another one.
Oh my god.
Wow, what an air throw!
Oh my god.
Both these players are crazy.
Flinging out insane reactions as well as baits here to catch reckless DPs on Wake Up. Trying to go for a little reset action, but Cooper taking out forward. Quick business card to deny the gun flame. So we get the link this time, finds it, and MC Smochka is now on set point, hanging comfortably with that burst. Cooper not too far off from his own, so does find, probably wasn't find a opportunity for a do-over if things don't go too well.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I want to shout out how crazy it is that the Gunflame traded with the card in that last round, but then it still gets the card set up, so Smochka was able to confirm and get the combo off of it. That's some answer privilege.
He needs it, Roman.
You're probably right. Backdash clipped once again. Scroll, but a little bit too high.
Ooh.
Cooper got a touch. Securing the knockdown. Yeah, the jump out. I don't think either player's gotten a single command throw this set.
Oh, but we do have these air throws on deck, though. 2 times now from Cooper. Sending the gunflame or Fountain County into the corners. Yeah, trying to really bait the burst. Making sure to... I guess it was like enough life advantage for Cooper to try and play for that, right? Rather than necessarily finishing your plate especially in this spot right now, having successfully taken MC Smachka's burst later in the round. It's still set point, right? But the chances of getting that burst back is pretty slim, and especially depending on the kind of start that Cooper's able to find.
Yeah, hopefully Cooper can get a big opening here. Got crossed up though. DP out. Gonna clip the backdash here, but the combo wasn't there. Oh, look at that. I like that super jump. Smachka, don't play at the corner, go back to mid-screen. More scroll problems. But the Riot Stamp connects. Can't get the knockdown though. Oh, this is Scramble City. Cooper's one hit away from getting his burst back.
Oh wow, able to catch just on the scroll cling there. Not able to deploy the parry in time. Trapped in the corner, the 2D does find its mark, but gonna go for the RC. Cooper, however, eager to keep the momentum, tries to go for the burst, but nevertheless, MC Smachka able to slip away from the corner, has a bunch of scrolls deployed, trying to bait a response from Cooper, finds a quick counter, but no conversion. The YRC projectile just being flung out, the Blicky. You get the full conversion, gets the pickup. It's looking pretty good. One more hit is what's required here. Baits out the DP and the red X is shame. MC Smachka takes it 2-0.
Yeah, good stuff by Smachka. That's, you know, that's the moment. If you're watching that last set, you saw Cooper try that last moment DP and took the set away from, oh my gosh, who did Cooper play? It was Rarbin. But this time, Smachka was on the scroll out of position because that DP does go forward. So, was ready. The Radix of Shame, unfortunately for Cooper, sending him down to loser side. Smachka moving on. And we'll play the winner of this next match, Minister Michigan versus Juniper Eden. So that's Pot versus Chip. Just getting all the good matchups today. I think Juniper Eden's really been on the rise lately. It's, I don't know. We got a lot of good chips lately.
I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised, right? Like, definitely with Large Lab floating around, you got pretty much the thesaurus when it comes to things. Exert next to Naiad, right? Lab Monster, but simply just maining Chip will get you just a very deep brain to pick at, you know. But we'll see how this pans out into Potemkin, because you can act as the annoying fruit fly here, constantly being in spots that it's tricky for Potemkin to actually hold you down. But, you know, really what the Potemkin's praying for is just one solid touch, right? Get you in those pop busters, get you in these really big openers, and watch that pixie health explode.
Yeah, so far Michigan at the last Rookie Roman cancel did a great job, came in second place. And, you know, he's nothing to sneeze at for sure. Juniper Eden keeping the pressure going in the corner right now. Backdash, nothing afterwards. Ooh, leaf grab. Grab the grappler. Ooh.
Potential there to keep the combo running, but unfortunately for it, didn't quite consider to go all the way. Good blocks in the mix-ups. Minster really needs to find an opportunity to get either like a pop bust or a secured hit here to start running a bit of that pot pressure, as Juniper Eden is now just, oh, there it is. The pop bust is enough to kill RC.
No, RC!
The beta blade, we didn't say jump. Oh my goodness. And the leaf grab. Juniper Eden clutching it out at the end there. Very scary, of course, right? Saw how much health that took off, especially with the supposedly high guts position already.
Yeah, it was so funny. Juniper Eden was like 30-40 seconds of playing keep away, and then one pot buster. That could have been the round for Michigan with the RC, but just didn't have it. Just like that first round, we're seeing strong corner position. 5k Mash getting through the armor. Michigan bursting out. Takes a step away from the gold burst, and the RC gonna push Juniper into the corner. Last place you want to be is Chip.
Yeah, there it is. YRC pop bust, even with the RC scaling, is going to be more than enough to kill here. So, round a piece to both players, and pretty even on the burst gauge here. Juniper Eden with the slight advantage, of course, but immediately we see it kicking off here from Minster. Big bait, but unfortunately just slight executional error there. Probably was looking for the hammerfall break there after the 2H to get the link into the jump, but nevertheless, significant life lead to work with here. So, Juniper Eden playing on the edge now. It does have to be careful.
Yeah, this is one touch for Michigan could be the end for Juniper Eden's first game here, but seeing signs of life. Tech out into the Alpha Blade. No, that's it! This is a scary one. Brisance, but Michigan was just ready and punishes the landing. That's game one.
Wipes at him, point at him.
Chop.
Chop. Chop, chop, chop. Judo flip.
Chopping his chest till his chest is as red as his hair.
Good start off here from Juniper Eden, and now we're starting to react to the leaf grabs. Unfortunately, the wrong optioning there, but nevertheless avoiding the pain for the most part here. Fortunately, JD counter hit does allow for a greater extension, and now we're sending out the Alpha Blades. A lot of trading places here in the corner going on, but it's going to be Minster making it out of the madness.
Yeah, back to mid-screen. Still no comfort from Michigan. Returning to the corner with the 5D combo. Which way? Ooh, just narrowly avoided the air grab.
Ooh, big stun.
Oh.
Oh.
Not a big punish, though.
Ooh, what a call out.
Been a lot worse.
See this?
Yeah, great call out.
Oh, wanted to go for the slide instead of the double hammer fall to get close. Back to the backdash there with the last hit of the JH teleports right on top. Interesting interaction there, but it's going to be Juniper Eden coming out on top now. With it only one round away from tying up the set, sitting comfortably with the burst compared to that of Minster Michigan.
This has got to be a hard choice if you're Chip, being like, because you're a round up, do you want... Well, no, at this point, you let the burst go. This is why you save the burst. Michigan now on set point. 15-second round. Traps the fly. Oh, here we go. Gets the knockdown. Can't get the full combo.
Oh, nice hammerfall counter hit. Gonna go for the extension here. Pumps the burst out there from Juniper Eden. That's it now. Just tries to avoid most interactions by staying up and high. Trying to bait out the Beta Blade, but the patience working out here in Juniper Eden's favor, actually. But to get the hammerfall RC, significant amount of damage despite the RC scaling. Gets a little too close for comfort there. Thrown out by Juniper. Trapped into the corner. What's the mix-up going to be? Good blocks, but unfortunately a little too close to the leaf grab.
Oh no! Doesn't even need the meter. Minster Michigan administering a backbreaker to Juniper Eden. Taking that 2-0. So that'll be Answer versus Potemkin later in top 8. Good try by Juniper. You know, that's a hard matchup. We saw a lot of brilliance, I think. We saw some great neutral, but unfortunately it's the matchup where if Potemkin touches you, Potemkin rounds happen. And Chip is the most to have happen to him.
Definitely, and especially when in the damage race, right? You're the death by 1,000 cuts character. You were effectively playing into the casino of Potemkin, where they're sacrificing their enormous health pool just to win out on one interaction, right? Get that juicy pop buster to immediately invalidate all the hard work you put into making your way through here. But up next, we got Dracula versus Idolism. Like
Idolism J, baby, the YouTuber, the leader of the Wolf Pack.
Oh,
the Sin player. He just won Toledo Locals like last weekend. He's been playing GGXrd forever.
Playing GGXrd forever and still allowed to be here?
Well, you know, he's a father. He only gets to play a little bit.
That's fair.
No, Idolism Jay's awesome. Yeah.
I don't know how often Dracula gets to play against Sin. Because to me, what comes to mind was my time playing Dracula way back in Peter's beginner bracket.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's funny because we were talking about this on sort of like pre-stream, pre-bracket, because we had Alice. I think Alice was the last bracket, and Alice did not enter this time, but sometimes we have blind. But I think in general, Sin is one of those underrepresented matchups. And so far, Dracula just holding control of it, not worrying about any of it.
Yeah. I have a lot of reservations about the Sin character, but I feel like if you want to pick up this character, the way to go about it is, I don't know what his name is, from Frosties. The one that, anyways, he plays really hectic in the air. Emulate that.
Like Mayumi's?
Mayumis, yeah. Do the
Yeah,
Mayumis
yeah.
playstyle. Go throw out a couple 6
Yeah, it can work out.
HSs. Jump 6 HS, right? That move will get you some really funny confirms.
Oh, blitz here. So far, Jay just needs one more touch here. Going for the calories, yeah. Didn't push the advantage there. I like that decision. Dracula took the step back, and Idolizm Jay now evening up the round count with a burst advantage.
Yeah. Ooh,
Ooh,
that 5P.
huge.
That's that CF player in me that gets tickled when I see that 5P anti-air. AD trying to air stall a little bit, but of course can't escape the YRC teleport air throw. Dread it, run from it. Destiny will arrive.
Oh, 2 leaf grabs. Going low. There's the burst. Oh, YRC is exchanged! But Dracula gets the throw, takes that first game.
Ooh, grappler chip Zenith.
Yeah, a little bit. Dracula had like 3 leaf grabs in there. That was crazy.
Definitely very insane here, but trading big counter hit as well, able to get the pickup and the corner conversion off of it all. Sets it for the mix up here. Idolizm now losing a lot of health. It's going to be tricky to make this one work. Even though Sin does have that DP, it's a little bit poor in the range that it has, right? It's just a very simple triangle that it offers.
Yeah, and one of those big advantages is being able to cancel it, but that's a lot of calories, and right now Jay's a little bit on the lower side. Dracula teleporting behind. And Jay's just looking for a good touch. Touch leads to a knockdown, leads to calories. That could be it. There we go. But immediate teleport out.
Ooh, the daggers catch from behind, going for the wall cling leaf grab. Very interesting, but Idolizm in a really bad spot, and I think that might have been an attempt to get a ground throw. Sometimes that 5HS can work as a pretty mean anti-air, but its situations are quite limited.
So again, nice backdash by Dracula. There's the burst trying to keep this corner position, but Jay throws himself into the corner. Dracula can't quite get the combo though. Oh, another leaf grab.
Good mash, unfortunately. Very difficult to get the pickup there, and especially with that JS. Sin struggling a little bit with some of these air counter hit normals to be able to get a conversion going, but right on the edge of the calories is how you like to play the character, and luckily for Idolizm, right, finds the opportunities to get the meat bone in between. But down to the final pixel, the YRC off the Alpha Blade. However, Idolizm staircasing down. It's going to be a tricky one, and through the frame trap, just goes for the DP. The Beta Blade sends it. Dracula closing out 2-0.
Oh, good try by Jay there.
Yeah,
it's kind of funny. That was like one of those, yeah.
2K 2HS is it's a very unfortunate link to mess up, but it's a really good frame trap on defense. That should have comboed, but yeah, being a true link, it can cause these moments, and especially if your opponent's just like, I'm gonna rock the Z motion into my button, so help me, and I will get out of the situation if it's the last thing I do.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, if that's the magic of having a life advantage, right? It's like, even if you chip Xanath, it's like, whatever, I can take a hit here. It's what's the worst that's gonna happen? Sometimes you just mash DP and ask yourself what's the worst that's gonna happen, and in that case it was nothing. Nothing bad happened. The moral of the story is keep mashing DP.
So true. Big true. Alrighty. So up next, we
raise the
Close.
CLing.
Little that has to be a Melty reference, right? Power seal.
Well, isn't like split seal like the
oh,
Kai
that too.
thing?
You're right.
Yeah. It's kind of funny to. Well, okay, I guess capitalizing it to make sure that there's a reference in there. Because if it was just raise the ceiling, I'd be like, what is that? So good name, Felicity.
This
She's gonna.
Grief.
Yeah.
Grief is
Grief.
new to me.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this one either. He I believe he said he entered just to beat Smachka.
Okay. Maybe...
So we'll see what that power level means.
Might be from, because Smachka, if I'm not mistaken, is Ukrainian, so might be somebody from the area then, if they are personally out to get Smachka like that. But so far, suffering connection issues to get into the lobby, because I'm really curious to see what he is playing. As Flow State, we are very, very familiar with, right? With that Kai, as always. I think one of the last remaining Kais here to still graduate.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we had Phil. I can't think of another Kai we had. He's
Phil.
I feel like we have Arena. Arena's around, but not quite in the graduation fish holder category.
What's my favorite flavor ice cream? Banana. Banana. Like I usually get like two balls of one banana, one strawberry. There's an ice cream shop like around the corner from me, and when the weather is warm, it opens up again, so I can grab it on the way from work. It's very nice.
That does sound pretty nice. Shoutouts to ice cream. Shoutouts to ice cream in warm weather. There's like nothing better.
Okay,
on the Axel.
Interesting. Yeah, this is also a very curious matchup, as you know, two characters playing a little bit of very long-range footsie. It's one of those moments where Kai is actually outranged in the matchup, and you can see earlier, especially with something like Sickle Flash, being able to actually challenge the stun edge. So the free approach that a Kai player would usually assume behind YRC stun edge isn't all that guaranteed anymore.
Yeah, it's interesting. We're already seeing that challenge for Flosty right now. Reef doing a great job of just controlling the neutral, now pushing her into the corner. Gets the command grab. That's round one. Held the burst though. It was kind of around where Flosty could not burst at all. Like, just getting poked out at 70%, it's like, where are you going to burst any of that?
Sometimes
DP immediately taking the turn back.
Gotta have a very personal hate relation with your opponent to just round start greed server on them. Let them know how little you think of them.
Fighting games are a conversation.
Not always civil. Oh my god, this is... Yeah, now we're gonna go into like a screaming match.
Yeah, here we go. This is the real shit. Into the Sparrowhawk. Okay, pretty tame. Actually, you know, Grief got to use a lot of that, the danger time timer, just running out Sparrowhawk. State gets something started with the stun edge YRC.
The grinder,
locking him down now.
Don't pick up after the grinder. Good block on the greed server, and the punish to come after it. Grief now gets the jump in pretty clean. Unfortunately, not able to get the full conversion, but countered Sparrowhawk, and now we're just getting bounced around from full screen. Set up the second one, just quickly trying to tag Sickle Flash, and that might have punished the extended hurt box of Force Slash.
Yeah, that was a little bit of footsies, almost. That was very peculiar.
This game might just have fundies.
Well, if you're gonna have fundies, you gotta play Axel. I mean, that's like, everyone else is playing Guilty Gear, he's just playing like very cracked Street Fighter.
A little bit of Dalsim.
It's a little bit of Dalsim, and especially in the way where it's like, if he just puts the limb out in the wrong way, like right here, Flostate gets in with the jump in, it's just like Street Fighter.
Oh,
Ben 10 doesn't work, burst out.
Yeah, the limitations of that move is a bit of its horizontal ranging there, but nonetheless, you can see, oh wow, okay, just double sending it forward, pushing Flostate into the corner. Unfortunately, not able to get the counter hit or major pickup, but nevertheless, frame trap worked out good. Side swap there with the JD caught unawares, and that's Grief.
Yeah.
Now on set point.
That's cheeky. We saw a couple of matchup checks right there. The down chain does have a lot of hits, so you gotta like respect it. You know, keep down blocking for a little bit, FD it out, make some room. But as soon as Grief got that knockdown, Flostate was out of the corner and got it with the cross up. Now has the corner again. Cross up low.
Ooh.
Nice DP. That's a bit of a flush change moment.
Truly.
Goes low again. A lot of FD by Grief. Doesn't work.
Ooh,
nice 6P.
Great here. Beautiful stuff there. Grief, though, not out of the competition just yet. Looks a pretty dire here on the Hell State, but okay if Grief can find a few of these extra hits. But trapped in the corner, immediately red RC off of the Stun Dipper, and surprised to see Grief go for the burst. Really confident in being able to close it out right here on this 2-rounder.
kind of understandable, you know. Flow State only just now got her burst back, has to think about where to use it, and whiffed it right there. And couldn't get the what was that, 2S she tried, but just a little bit outspaced.
Yeah, it could have almost been so good there for Grief, honestly, but playing it a little too fast, immediately going into the up follow-up, which made for the situation to be a little variable, as opposed to, I think it was just like the raw sickle flash, you let that go, you should be able to recover in time to actually punish the burst. Hard to say, though.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I think it's one of those things, right? It's like, you get to burst through the up chain right there, but you do lose the burst. And then it's like, well, even if the Axel doesn't quite get the punish ready, it still feels really bad.
Right.
And it was still a great position for Grief to be in. And it worked out for him. So that's going to be Grief versus Sharp Needle later. We're down to top 8. Loser side's still running a little bit, but this is a winner's top 8. MC Smochka versus Minister Michigan.
Hey, we'll see how this one goes, because for, you know, similar to his teacher, right? Answer is also kind of a mosquito, but a bit on the slower end, right? Requiring a bit more setup, but can be quite a nuisance for Pod to actually catch him standing still. But nevertheless, right, once the vortex begins, only thing that Minister Michigan has to watch out for is the parry that puts him airborne. So might be able to just skip through some grabs and very unfortunate interactions for Minister Michigan.
Yes, I'd imagine this is an interesting one for Potemkin, because Answer's got some great mobility here. We're kind of seeing Smochka going around, but as soon as they're pinned down, Michigan gets the pot buster into the combo right afterwards. And that paper thin health. That's gonna be a big problem in this matchup, because Potemkin's a huge damager.
Oh, absolutely. Even on just like some very simple strings like this, right? The ton of damage he does of 3-4 hits is very insane if you consider it in isolation. But of course, the drawback is you have to play Potemkin.
Uh-oh. Oh, maybe wanted the burst. Smochka giving up a little bit later. Pretty fortunate, though, because if going for the stun super into the burst bait afterwards would have been terrible. So Smochka staying alive, sliver of health here, any touch. Probably going to be the kill for Michigan, but Zuda drop. Whole lot of guts here, backdash, baited out the pot buster. Keep it going.
Into the sky, should be a little easier to cut combos here against Potemkin due to how heavy he is. Backs away. The Gigantor gaining a little bit of space here from Minister Michigan, but almost finds the kill, but believes in being able to close out the game right here, and unfortunately guesses wrong. So going into the final round of game 1 in the position where MC Smochka has a greater burst gauge filled compared to that of Minister Michigan.
That was an amazing run by Smochka, honestly. Like, had a couple of great reads. We've seen Smochka be so smart about knowing when to when to back off from a situation and really let the opponent use their resources for no gain. Getting the knockdown, going low this time. And something I've heard is that Answer loves getting Potemkin combos, because you get all those big heavy combos, right? The super heavies, they're always low in. You know, Answer hates lightweights and loves super weights if the damage is there.
It's just the feminism in Answer.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, knockdown? No!
Oh!
Another one!
RC just to finish the plate there. Very unfortunate. Just one of those situations where you can see how quickly the careful play that has led to your health advantage can be swiped away with just 2 to 3 clean pot busters.
I don't know if Smochka burst. Oh no, Smochka did burst at all, but I feel like Smochka had some very conservative bursts. But unfortunately, no place to use it at the end of that last game. Danger time now. Any touch? No, the gold burst!
No! Oh, this is some really bad drops you don't want to be seeing, especially on MC Smochka's end, where you're a character that requires setup. To lose out on these situations and also lose your setup is very scary to return to.
Four scrolls down. Corner position, Michigan using the armor to get out the YRC. Oh, 6P here. Has meter too, but goes for the knockdown. Nice backdash by Michigan. And this is once again the situation. Nice round advantage. What if I pop busted you twice? Michigan on set point now.
It happens again. You hate to see it. Dread from it. Run from it. Pop busters will arrive.
It's a little bit like the Indiana Jones thing of like the guy who's doing all the sword tricks, and then Indy just shoots him. Like Smachka is doing so much work with the scrolls, and then the gun comes out. 2 bullets left. Dodges that one.
Nice. It's a little demonstration of his own pea shooter there, but good blitz. Smachka immediately decided to back away, does not want to deal with the interaction that comes thereafter. Able to swipe through the armor of... Oh man, that close attack might be actually nuts, just the fact that it triple hits.
Oh, true. Oh, call the blitz! Don't call Smachka out yet. The last time I went to final round, that was Michigan, so Smachka's got to turn it around this time. Bring it to a game 3, maybe. So far, the knockdown. No! Once again, the pop buster. Taking all the life away. There it is.
Nice, big counter hit. And able to just crouch underneath the burst, hanging still, being nice and patient. Still, it's got a lot of work ahead of themselves here, because Potemkin is one beefy boy to get through here. Starting to get in the position of that life advantage, but as we said before, right, it can take one bad situation for Potemkin to immediately turn that right around in his favor.
This might be it, though. Yes! 1-1. Once again, Smachka drawing out the super there, the Gigantor, and had the card behind it. Waited it out. Nothing Michigan can do from the corner. And brings it to a game 3. This really could go either way. It's all about if Smachka gets touched or not.
That's definitely the real deal here. Just got to play on this very thin line as Potemkin constantly looks for an opportunity to interact. Seeing the IB on the hammerfall, but no punish. Nevertheless, able to bait the burst. Count hit on the scroll dash. Should be able to find the knockdown. Unfortunately, Kenny trying to extend all the way to the corner. Nevertheless, able to get another opening in the neutral scramble, going straight into the burst super. Double downing here says this needs to kill, and it doesn't. The super sucks.
Not even close! Oh man, answer supers. Okay, it's okay. Okay, that's okay. Smachka's on set point. Gave up the burst for it. Maybe learns a lesson about durability, about guts, about answer superpower. Who can say? That was like no damage.
For real.
Nice whiff punish here. Scrolls up once again. Next touch on Michigan's gonna be the burst back.
Wow, the flick
Nice
through the
flick.
clone there. Baits out the burst. Looking pretty solid here for MC Smachka. Can even survive a hammerfall or two. But of course, if you can avoid it, best to do so.
Oh! The Hail Mary doesn't work.
Whoa.
Oh, nice! That's great, actually, blocking that. And then just going for it. Tries another one. Oh, got opened up!
Thank goodness for that card set earlier there, because that's exactly what MC Smachka needed there to close out the set. Being able to take it 2-1 and send Minister Michigan down into the loser's side, right? As we're going to hop closer to the convergence of Grief, who's very eager to go face off against MC Smachka. Now also sitting in the winner semifinals, right? Just needs to get through Sharp Needle, and their wish shall be granted.
Oh my goodness.
To be able to face off against their target in winners finals.
How interesting. Yeah, the potential to fight your rival in a 1st to 3. The potential to take a fish from your rival. That's like nothing else, I think.
I think it's.
So I wonder
think
if we'll see the Axel. Yeah.
You know, the term rival is definitely a very positive spin, but maybe just somebody was like, no, I hate this person. They They need to be gone. I need them out of this bracket. I'm gonna hunt them down to the ends of the earth. You will not be able to escape me into some foreign EU bracket. I will grab you. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We've all got somebody like that too. And I guess good luck to Grief. Going for Eno this time. How interesting.
Okay. Definitely a matchup thing then that you don't see that too often. Of course, we've had it in the past where Rookie Roman Cancel attendees do end up investing into the secondary just for matchup purposes, but off the rip here is definitely a different experience.
Yeah, it's very interesting because it starts being like, is this a matchup thing? Because I was thinking about Chip versus Axel. It's like, that's not a fun one, I think, right? But maybe we'll see the characters switch if Dracula takes this game 1, because that was a very good first round. Grief had some attempts, but that was kind of all Dracula. Both Axel and Eno have awful matchups into Chip. This is not really an improvement. That's how I felt. That was like, this doesn't seem like you'd have fun with it.
No, but I guess you gotta beg the question, which one is the lesser of two evils,
Sure, absolutely. Dracula gets the cross up. Nice burst. Trapping Alpha Blade with the note here. Oh, but a Beta Blade! Didn't DP that, or didn't RC that, I'm surprised. Nonetheless, using it for the Kunai Super. Game 1 to Dracula.
I wonder if MC Smashka has anything else in the back pocket, which we won't see. Immediately hits the rematch, so... MC Smashka, Grief, excuse me. Thinking too much about this rivalry. But yeah, Grief immediately hitting the rematch there, so even if he does win, is committed to this character. And kicks his way through, oh my goodness.
That's okay. I feel like that's a new hitbox moment for me. That was, I'm surprised that Fortissimo lost there. This super's gonna win for sure, though. Yeah. Getting a bit of damage put on. JD opening. Oh, tried to sterilize. Maybe hoping Dracula would burst there, but Dracula keeping it going. Kunai crossed up again. This is the round.
With it?
Set point.
See the close flash there. Was he looking for VCO? I feel like I was the VCO attempt.
Maybe. Yeah, hard to say.
The input crossed up there. Of course, very difficult to tell what side you're gonna have to block against Chip, but action chopping up a little bit. But we're starting to see some more of the air throws. Of course, Dracula not out of contention with the throw option. Flies straight into the node, and the Eno air throwing keeps on going. Double deflect, and the strength being able to catch the attack portion of the blitz here. So Grief with a chance to stay alive needs to secure this next round to tie up the set.
Yeah, that was almost too good of a round for Grief. It was, didn't get a lot of his burst back. Dracula still has burst to work with. Backdash caught for a little bit of damage. Nice air throw. Going into scramble situations. Another good air throw by Grief. Wins the burst out.
XHS as a burst punish, though, is a very interesting option. Now trapped in the corner.
Yeah.
The block on the dust. Send out the HCL. Now find an opportunity to chase down. You need to establish this vortex at the very least on the Chip. But of course, has to watch out for the Beta Blade. But nevertheless, we get the dust. We find the up combo, and Grief is able to type the set.
Holy cow. Those last two rounds, that was like a lot of great Dracula rounds, and Grief is suddenly starting to find his footing. Nice dive, getting the knockdown here. Blocks the burst once again. Dracula's been a little bit too passionate about these bursts. Not ready for the JD either. That's one last overhead. The sterilize was not gonna hit there. But strong position going into the throw. No meter, but just keep the mix-ups coming, brother.
Bend it.
No, perfect.
That point here for Grief, still sitting on the burst, a pretty comfortable position out with the big JD coming up rising. The counter hit allowing for an extension, yet another one, but gets bursted into the corner. Grief needs to make the most of the situation, but unfortunately he swaps with the dive kick, sending back to full screen, able to RC in time, and the back throw. In you go. Time for the vortex now. Good block on the dust, but ooh dear.
Oh, counter hit JD. Can't get the knockdown. That's Dracula's been missing a couple of those knockdowns. Maybe not too certain. Maybe has to make a bit of an adjustment on Eno. Corner combo here, though. In the knockdown. Kunai set. Oh, just smash out of it! And we're going to final round.
The first situation, both players are pretty close to one another. We try to kick things off with the VCO, but Chip is always very slippery, hard to get a hold of. Mouse like that. We're gonna, ooh, unfortunately drops the combo there, but find the Gamma Blade. The extension's looking good, and there's not a whole lot of health left for Grief here. If indeed his goal is to face off against MC Shmachka as soon as possible, which is going to be that winners finals, needs to clutch it out now. Has burst on deck, but has to start making up for this life deficit. Able to find a lot of node hits here. The air throw is paralyzed, finally hitting its mark. Again!
Another! Yeah, calling out these air attacks. No, the 14 smoke's too far! Bacula has the burst back. Bit of a zoning game from Grief, and another bad burst! 6H! 2 hits to close it out. Wow. 2-1 for Grief. That was good Grief.
Good Grief. Pretty good from Grief, yeah. The matchup definitely doesn't look too comfortable, but unfortunately not going to be able to go face off against MC Shmachka as soon as possible, but of course not the end of his run, as they still have that loser side to get through, and who knows, maybe gets to find MC Shmachka in the losers finals, if that's how things pan out. Otherwise, gonna have to go the long way and meet all the way in grand finals, which is going to be quite the storyline, of course. Time will tell.
Right to say. Am I... Well, yeah, because Grief just won, right? So it will be Shmachka versus Grief in winners finals.
Oh, did I see the wrong people? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I had to like watch back the videos. Like I just saw an Eno win, didn't I? I'm tripping.
No, I was peering in another timeline. My fault.
That happens. I hate when I'm commentating and accidentally look at the wrong timeline. It's something a lot of spectators don't know.
I've been playing a bit too much Damon and Baby. They get into this timeline shenanigan stuff.
Right, that makes sense. So yeah, we got a whole lot of losers side to run still. Top 8 of loser side, Juniper Eden versus Cooper, Chip versus Soul. We did see both of them earlier, now they have to face off in a first to 2 against each other. A lot of chips in this bracket. This has gotta be... Well, I feel like I say this about any chip matchup, but like it's gotta be hard because Soul has such great damage.
I mean, that's gonna be a lot of the chips matchup discussion is, right? Like, do I survive the damage race, yes or no?
Oh! And Cooper's reward center's going off for that burst bait right now. Nice alpha. Not able to close it out though. Juniper Eden gets a bit of a fighting chance. No, the DP, never mind.
A little quas-up DP, very cool. 5k charge with the Gamma Blade, able to punish the Fafnir attempt. Now going invisible as we're just desperately swinging with that JH, hoping to clip ship. Immediately the burst gets spent, but able to get enough momentum off the dash just to make the DP unpunishable. Riot Stamp brings Juniper Eden now into the corner as it's trapped here for the time being. Cooper lays on to her with a big counter hit. Fafnir, the stun coming out on top of it as well, looking for the reset.
Nice hit. Yeah, didn't go for the full charge blitz there because Juniper is mashing a little bit, but still got a great chunk of damage out of it. Juniper with the reversal Zansei. Good chunk of damage, honestly. Not terrible, but what an air throw! Just IB the JH and take that first game. Holy cow, Cooper. That's how you know Cooper's like watching some old footage and like really becoming a Guilty Gear player. That was a crazy air throw.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you start tapping into the fundamentals. What is it? The Machubu document of how to be good at Xrd, where one of the first things he talks about is you gotta know how to anti-air and exit. If you can't anti-air and exit, the game's lost.
Absolutely. 2H. Juniper getting a lot of big hits here. The 50 meter for Cooper. One good touch. Maybe after this combo. Nice knockdown by Juniper. I like that Alpha Blade. Secures the round.
Not to be outdone. Pretty confident round from Juniper's side, as it does have a bit of a road ahead of itself to tie up the set. Of course, you got to be careful to not overextend too heavily, get unfortunately counter hit, but let's find the 2H. A little burst from Cooper. Nice.
Yeah, good block and throw. Oh, couldn't get the combo, but it's actually a reset now. Juniper getting the tech buttons.
Ooh. All the way to the corner. Unfortunately, not able to get the full loop, but an interesting option to choose to run into the corner, hoping maybe to catch Juniper Eden with a little bit of a side swap mix-up. Bring it back down to the corner. Knockdown.
Oh!
The DP.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, big JD counter hit. That will do the trick here as Juniper is able to bring it to 1 apiece.
Pretty good. Pretty good by Juniper. I mean, that was, you know, for as strong as that first game looked for Cooper, that was a very strong game too by Juniper. Seeing that round start 5k from Juniper again. It's, Cooper's always got the damage on deck. It's just a matter of really who gets that total amount of damage first. Which sounds silly, but even right now, we're seeing Juniper like 60% down, but I would never count it out. Maybe this combo. One last?
Oof.
No. But there we go, set point Cooper. With burst advantage, and a very big burst advantage. And Juniper doing the run-up FD this time, starting to fear the DP from little Cooper.
Definitely have to be mindful of the forced RPS that DP characters can create. Trying to chase down with that 2S, but doesn't hit the mark here, as instead going to be... No! Unfortunately, Cooper might have been a lag spike that affected the combo there, but nevertheless, the drop is still has happened, and now the DP, RC, take your turn into the Fafnir counter. What a frame trap, and we're going to go coast to coast this time. The JD's on deck, keeps it a little simpler here, just one loop.
Oh, yeah, this is so scary. Good trade for Juniper. 50 meter,
yeah.
no! Wow, yeah.
So clutch.
Really, just great defense by Cooper. Like going forward and then just running up and IBing the JDs like that. We saw a couple of those, but right there is like Juniper had no way out of it. Maybe could have RC'd, but it was just not ready for it. And Cooper ending Juniper Eden's run at 7th place, but a very strong showing. And that'll be Cooper versus Dracula later.
Certainly, as we're gonna get Flow State versus Robin coming up next, which I can imagine is not it's not the most exciting matchup. Banana was a crazy answer, by the way. Listen, there's a bit of okay. Here's the banana lore, right? So, banana ice cream tastes different from regular ice cream because the banana flavor is synthetic, based off the old common banana. I think it's called Big Joe. Unfortunately, it had like it had its own pandemic where they all just got virused, so the bananas just weren't able to grow and they couldn't like separate them. So instead, they transitioned to a different banana, which is the current one we have.
Oh, I think I heard about that in Balatro.
Yeah.
So, I don't think this matchup's fun for Slayer, right? We see a lot of active frames in Kai and normals and fireballs and stuff. But Robin always has the damage ready.
I think the difference, of course, between this and a projectile matchup like Soul, right, is that Gunflame far wider, like deceptively so, and traversing along the ground. But of course, if Flow State can get Robin to just sit still under these grinders, it's very difficult for Slayer to have any sort of response.
Ooh! Wow! Almost thought that was going to be a punish, but Robin had to spend all of the meter for that. Yeah, nice DP. Show no respect. Surprised she didn't RC that DP, but nonetheless, there's that first round. And because Robin got blocked on that burst, she's not going to have burst back for a very long time.
Definitely the case here. Field just dancing around. Nice close flash. Unfortunately, not able to get a pickup there, and instead jumps straight into the crosswise, which decent amount of damage, but I think could have been a little longer from Robin's end if the drop didn't happen there. Nevertheless, the pressure, the dandy steps, starting to get bites, but puts into the corner, still interacting, but we are rocking the DP.
Nice blitz. Pretty nice to use blitz in any situation, but especially because it is going to give that burst meter back. Robin hoping to get a burst back maybe for round 3. Nice round 2 there. Still halfway away from the burst though, so there's a chance for a good chunk of damage for Flow State. All these normals, just Robin's got to hold it. Fireball set.
Stun edge, plus frames. Just looking for some kind of moment to dandy step here. We just keep jumping over it, making it difficult. Let's also not sit still so that Slayer gets to do what he likes.
Flow State's being so patient. Nice mash on the forward dash. Locked down now. No sign of the dead angle. Still stuck. Robin maybe hoping to use it for an advancing press here, but the burst is whiffed, and that's game 1 to Flow State.
Will be the start there. Yeah, slow but careful game here as you just try to poke at Slayer and say, like, don't do that. Stop. Cut that out. Sit still.
Yeah, I do gotta wonder if Robin could have, well, you know, could have changed fate by doing something different, right? You're trying to get out with the dead angle there. Hard to say if Flow State was looking for it, but dying with 100 meter never feels good. 6P for Flow State. Yeah, the neutral is so patient right now. Just playing a very controlled game, knows when to get out. Oh no!
Unfortunately, that's definitely the last thing you want to see is just a blocked burst into no punish. You just feel so horrible of like just effectively letting your opponent get away with murder.
Yeah, Robin, close to 100 meter, just sending it on B dot, and it's blocked. Can't even RC it. Flow State taking an easy set point now. Neither player with burst, so at the very least, if Robin gets something started, this is her chance to do it, because that's like all free damage. Right there, Pal Bunker. Some good Vapor Thrust by Flow State, though.
Oh,
another one!
Yeah, on the Creed Zephyr as well. That's not something you get to see too often, but still, let the DP rock. Holding the Slayer down. Stun edge, trying to chase. Gets the stun dipper second hit on the dandy step.
On a mirror for Flow State. Oh, didn't get the fireball there. Crosswise, 100 meter. Oh, can't get it. Just needs something. Any kind of touch. And again, another, that would have been a great spot for a dead angle. It's a little bit risky, but when you're playing Slayer, you got the defensive values to like take a little bit of those risks. Nice punish there, but no combo.
Air to air. Oh, get the backdash! Unbelievable there on a pixel health and the dream. Robin getting that super to connect at the very end here. So a chance now to tie up the set by going the full distance. Both players setting pretty equal on the burst gauge here.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of straight hits. Nice air throw. Locking down, forward step by Robin. Oh, here we go! And 100 meter! This is the kind of position Robin needs to go to 1-1. Bite loops!
Tricky situation.
Okay, there's an RC.
Wow, bold press there on under pressure. Yeah, and you'll be able to get the link there. So Robin staying alive, able to tie up the set one apiece here. Not the way that Flow State would have probably wanted to see that go, considering how close just that final interaction to be able to seal it 2-0 could have been.
Yeah, definitely. That's if I'm Flow State, I gotta hope that I'm locked in and just being a little bit like, it's okay. Like, you know, games happen, Slayer rounds happen, Slayer games happen. The name of the game is first to 2, and Flow State was very close to getting it right there. And another strong position right now. Robin just holding the burst for all this. I feel like we're not really seeing Flow State go for overheads. We're not seeing like an air dash mix off of it, and a lot of low blocks.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of meters also spend on things like stun dipper RC, where if you just had, you had a bit more comfort with how you played out your neutral, to be able to put yourself in situations where you can go into the YRC grinder, right? Like, that sets you up for just some really, really foul makes.
Oh, J2K. Oh, just landed right in front. Flow State keeping it tight there. That was, Robin had a lot of merit to do something, but just kind of hoped to get a normal going somewhere. Nice 2D. Forward dash caught again. No punish on Greed Sever.
Yes. Big anti-air there. Keeps it simple, right? Could have had himself a really nice counter hit confirm, but
Ooh!
counter hit confirm.
Oh, no!
Could have been so much.
That small Catholic hurt box.
Oh,
B-dot. Yeah, it connects, but it's not a kill. It wasn't Hellfire, but at the very least, one touch, bringing it to final, but cost the burst for it. And Flow State getting a knockdown. 50 meter. Do we see another super?
That's frames. Try and press the long buttons. Oh, and I think was that a 6P attempt? Caught something on counter hit, but
Yeah, I caught something.
We do end up into that final game, final run spot. Flow State has the burst available, but it's going to be Rarbin starting things off here with an extended air combo. Half health already gone, no burst spent. But we're still just going to wake up DP. Wait up patiently, block, catch the Dandy Step with a 2D, nice and active.
Good mash. There we go. Flow State getting something started with the far slash. Beats out the blitz as well. Robin trying to do the blitz there, to get that burst back faster like we were talking about. But if you go low, you pay for it. Oh no, the cross up! That is too high for the kill!
PRC.
Let's stage 50 meter. Nice smash!
YRC, do the mix. Gonna go for the burst. Does not want to see how that pans out. Takes me anti-air. Unfortunately, doesn't get the air combo with another one. This time it connects and Flow State barely clutches it out there. 2-1, and she gets to keep the run alive, pushing it further forward. Gonna be facing off against Minister Mishkin later.
Oh, God, I want to throw up after that one. That was great work by Flow State. Just keep going for the 6P, kept catching the air tech. And that was amazing. Good stuff to Robin as well. Glad to see her back. 7th place, but that's a very strong 7th place showing. That was an amazing set between those two. But that's like, I need like a gallon of water after that one. I want to pass out.
Real hydration check, everyone. Hydration check.
Yeah, stay hydrated, folks. I don't know how folks are doing in the EU. It's a little bit warm over here. It's
the weather's
we're going through some unseasonable temperatures.
Thursday, it rained, snowed, and hailed in the Netherlands. Oh, and it was sunny for a bit too.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're slowly working our way towards the warmer weather. There was like a weekend, or it was like a weekend or one day where it was pretty nice outside, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, springtime is here." I mean, if we can put off springtime and like kind of just skip straight to summer, that would be fire, because I don't want to hay fever. I don't want to deal with hay fever.
Oh, okay. Yeah, allergies are like a nightmare. I like spring, but definitely, yeah. I'm not much of an allergy girl, so I guess I'm lucky in that way.
That is definitely really lucky. I think it's trees that get me. Oh my God.
How else could Dracula versus Cooper start?
Meaty mashing out the DP as well is crazy, right? The mortal cancels straight into another DP.
Woo! 2D going under Rekka 3 there. This is a matchup that, I say this with all due respect, these two deserve each other. Blitz loops by Dracula right now. What damage!
Oh, but it might not be over yet, right? Trapped in the corner, you do have the burst, does find the jump out, but no revolver knockdown, immediately gets the Alpha Blade follow-up there, so able to close out, finish up the plate there in the end. But yeah, you've got to be on point with some of these JH checks that you do cancel into revolver and such. May not be the craziest damage you're looking for, but at least it secures you that knockdown to keep you going for the next interaction.
Cooper now holding the corner position. Nice control on the jump out. This is the kind of round that if you're Dracula, you hold the burst. Nice teleport out. Fighting chance, leaf grab. Another one? No, Cooper jumps out. And now Dracula gets the counter hit. Woo! That's... what a counter hit. Chip buttons happen. DP happens harder. Final round, game 1. About as explosive as I expected.
Speaking of explosive, immediately when round start, count hit Fafnir, just a little patience there, trying to see maybe if Dracula VPs or not, as we're just throwing out interactions against one another here, but of course, the advantage is pretty much in Cooper's side to kick things off with, has the burst available, a bit of a life lead as well, catch should fly straight into the Alpha Blade, but unfortunately drops the dust loop, nevertheless, staying right on top with his interactions, able to find these straight hits to connect. Unfortunately, 2HS trade is not what you want to see, but not dissuaded, still lets the DP rock, and we just mash on Wake Up. That's the first game to Cooper.
Oh, yeah, you know, in a matchup like this, when if you send the DP and you want to believe, but unfortunately, the belief was not returned in kind, and Dracula did not have the resources to pay for it.
Yeah, genuinely.
At the same time, though, I mean, look how much they're DPing at each other. Cooper's, like, running up DP at this guy. Like, I'd want to DP, too. Like, they're both just as fast. Like, let's wild out, brother.
Absolutely. I mean, for Cooper's case, right, leading into the knockdown, it's definitely very scary to have to play into when and if he will DP. That was probably one of the bad ones.
Not the best.
No.
Okay, air throw. Oh, another one. That's a good one. Wins the burst out. That's a great one. DP against Alpha Blade.
Nice.
Let's you know, we're gonna start a spreadsheet of DP interactions with every single frame, every single move.
I think that's the last thing you want to do, because like, a lot of Xrd, it's a pretty solved-ish game, but it's the kind of game that there's going to be moments that still catch even people that have been playing it for 10 years off guard.
That is true. One point from Dracula. Oh, just clipped.
Oh, the clash there, but presses a little too fast, ultimately allowing for the throw there from Dracula's side. Still, see Cooper being able to break away and reclaim control of the pressure in the current instance, trying to get the Fafnir, but a bit late here as both players are just dancing on one another. The Gunflame connects, unfortunately not into the Fafnir, but this time, flies Alpha Blade head first to Doom.
Yeah, at the very least, Dracula's got burst back. Nice run up. Caught the Bandit Bringer. Keep it going. Do we see another one? No, no DP. Couple of counter hits. Dracula taking a step back. Flipped again. Wild throw. This is tough. When do you burst? Nice timing. Zansei? No!
Oh. Yeah. Want to go for the Hail Mary Zanzen Rogue at the end. Oh. Something flashed on screen.
Hey, nice attempt. Unfortunately, I'm invincible. The only way it could have... I think the only way it could have gone worse for Dracula is if it turned into a clash into Danger Time. Like, a clash would have been okay, but unfortunately, Cooper's DP's paid out. I mean, that was... He played it wild, and I guess that's... Like... In terms of like when you're playing a matchup like Chip and he's kind of going all over the place, it does feel like it makes a lot of sense to be like, I just need to stay active and I need to respect nothing, because Chip's got too much stuff that's like plus or nice, and Cooper's having none of that.
Right, for sure. I don't know who would hate it more. Oh, you're getting asked a question. You're on the spot now.
Ooh, Daisy, what pizza toppings do you like? I'm a big meat lovers kind of girl. I used to go for cheese. Like, I would go for, like, extra cheese, because I like taking a slice out and doing the cheese pull and being like, oh, cheesy pizza. But definitely, like, pepperoni, sausage, like, maybe some hot sausage, you know, ham. I'm a big meat lovers. Depends what else. Like, if I'm at a place, I'll see what they have, but I lean towards meat.
There you go. Good answers.
Yay! I didn't know it was a test.
Probably was a test. This is one of those moments where they try to suss you out. Are you putting pineapple on this?
I'm whatever about the pineapple thing. I've never had it. I'd have to see it. I'd have to evaluate it. I don't know.
I haven't had it either, but I'm just dispositioned against it. It just sounds too hectic. We just keep it to mushrooms. That's it.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Yeah, mushrooms pretty yummy. So we got Flow State and Michigan. 5th place match. So far, Flow State trying to keep control, actually. I mean, you know, it's another matchup that's like, it's similar to Slayer, right? It's got to be pretty good for Kai, just because having active frames and ways to lock down Potemkin's got to be nice. But that's the danger zone, and that's why Flow State burst.
Oh, YRC. Gene jump in here, straight up with the heavy stun edge there, being able to connect, finish off the plate here. Things looking pretty stable here for Flow State, which is of course what you'd like to see, right? Less that Potemkin can interact and try to find for these really big swings and magnet hands into the Pop Buster, right? The better and happy you are into the matchup. Recognition on the distance of the confirm there, being able to get the stun dipper.
Ooh, Slight head low profiling the fireball there. Yeah, it's definitely like, especially Kai is a character of stability, right? Like you wanna keep pace on the tempo. You wanna be the ones getting the air throws. You wanna be the ones locking people down in the corner. And taking a little bit of distance once again. Doesn't want to get pop busted.
Ooh.
And the fireball just connects. Game 1 to Flow State in a very dominating fashion. That was great.
Yeah, that's one of the beauties of Kai, of course, right? Being able to play around some of the longer range normals compared to other characters, but also just, I think one of the quintessential Oki projectile Oki in the game, where you just hold your opponent still and says like, you don't get to do nothing. Oh wow, we are churning that pop buster.
Uh-oh. Oh, went for a bit of a bigger punish than the pop buster. Wins the burst out instead, which is actually kind of nice. RC here. Knockdown. Good round for Michigan, but Flow State's got 50 meter. Stun Dipper's out. RC, there we go. Bit of a surprising burst from Michigan. Maybe, you know, I felt like could have taken a couple more knockdowns there with the Potemkin health. But a round's a round.
Round is a round. Ooh, pop buster, good start here. Blake pushing further to the corner, but we're just going to charge with Far Slash of all things. However, we need to be mindful of what options we throw out against the Hammerfall, right? That we are able to break through that one hit of armor, which doesn't finish the play, but big stun and just confirms the hit grabbable state into the Pop Buster. That is game number 2 going to Mr. Michigan. We're going to the final game of the set.
Yeah, all that control means nothing if Potemkin gets his hands on you. So, crucial game 3. One player going home after this one. So far, exchanging blows, not too bad. Nice. Maybe the first good knockdown by Flow State. Lockdown into Fireball Zone. The risk is building up. Michigan just bursts out. We're seeing a lot of that pressure from Flow State. Didn't really get to convert it there.
Yeah, it's pretty tricky.
Well, it's especially tricky against Potemkin, where you gotta worry about that, where like any gap can become an opening. 5D, yeah, burst that, you'd get stunned.
Oh, and yeah, of course, you gotta be careful with sending projectiles at the full screen, because that's just a free flick for Potemkin to cover his approach across the screen. And now, set point here, Mr. Michigan, burst situation looking pretty even here between the two.
Oh, punish! Yes!
Ooh, nicely done.
Oh, not quite there. Oh, good clash for Flow State. Yeah, this is gonna be a lot of burst back for Michigan. Armor through the DP there. Blake mistimed. Nice.
They're trying to double jump, see if maybe an attempt to bait out an anti-air, then get a jump in to punish. But man, what focus from Flow State to properly be able to tag Minister Michigan as he's going for some of these really tricky jump overs and such. As we are now on set, final game, final round, right? Set point for both players. Immediately kicking things off here with Flow States heading up the heavy stun edge, pushing Minister Michigan into the corner. The anti-air, the 2H's catches counter hit, and that's gonna be the burst.
Yeah, very strong position for Flow State now. You know, play the fireball game, play the poking game. Michigan had to use 25 meter for that, and it's a diminished pot buster because the proration. That one's a lot better. You just gotta start worrying about it. You don't want a Potemkin round to happen. So I think Flow State were just playing a little bit too passively. Nice DP. Gotta keep it alive here.
Like response there, we're still gonna send the DP out. Not gonna take it lying down the jump in, but unfortunately didn't staircase properly. Allows for the free ground throw, but we are daring to tick throw the grappler. It's a very bold choice indeed. Able to jump over the heat knuckle just in time. Oh, there it is. Yeah. The checkmate.
Oh, nice work by Flow State though. That was a good set. She, you know, ended up on the back foot at the end there. But I think, like, having, like, the flick is going to happen in that matchup, and having an answer around it is going to be really important. So the way she just managed to navigate around both heat knuckle and the flick projectile is like, you know, it's like Venom. It's like you got all these spaces to worry about. So good try by Flow State. Glad to see her come out. Of course, 5th place finish. Our losers semifinals later will be Cooper versus Minister Michigan. But first we have the, I guess, foretold grudge match of MC Smochko versus Grief. Grief has reached his target.
Yo, both of them wearing the bandana. Oh. They'll be breaking out the Cyrillic keyboard for this one.
Jacko.
Into the Jacko.
Jacko versus Answer.
Oh, that is not what I had on my bingo card. Seeing the Jacko 3rd character pocket.
Uh-oh. I'm getting a green RC at the moment. Yeah, Jacko versus Answer. That's going to be an interesting one, because I feel like Answer gets a lot of, you know, he's got like scroll setups or whatever, but Jacko houses, of course, if they set up, are really annoying, and Answer would have card on deck to shoot at the houses, but I wonder if it's a very specific counter pick matchup of being like, I'm going to make this a nightmare for you.
At most, I could see like you just throw up the Aegis and run at Answer, so can't use the business card to control space.
Sure.
But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see how this plays out. Connection was lost.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, they just couldn't initialize the game, it seems.
Hopefully, second time's the charm. It would be really funny, like, to be like, I have a grudge against this person because I can never connect to them, and then meeting them in bracket and being like, well, here we are. Dingus was asking, how many matches of this are there on Replay Theater? It looks like 12. It looks like 12, and one of them is Fu on Answer versus Davo's Jacko, WrestleMania 2022. I don't know what's going on there, but that's kind of beast.
Yeah, this is very interesting connection to see happen here, especially in winners finals. So I hope this gets fixed by itself. No, okay, Grief just opting to leave the room.
Yeah, gonna reboot.
The replay theater is definitely a very cool tool. Unfortunately, it's flawed in the fact that users have to submit replays, which means, of course, you might be losing out on some forbidden technology here and there. But
yeah, that is that's very true. That's we had somebody who was like submitting the Rookie Roman cancel tapes to replay theater, and whoever that was, a big thank you. That was so awesome. Yeah, it's a community built tool, right?
Yeah.
So it's the kind of thing that does rely on the community. If you go to like Slashback, you go to Frosty's, NorCal loves to send people out and like record the off-stream matches and pools.
Yeah, the shaky cam footage.
There's so much, yeah, the shaky cam footage, because there's so much good Xrd going on.
Yeah.
And the last time that happened at Slashback, I actually, I spent like an hour, spent 2 hours in replay theater just submitting like every single one of these videos on the playlist, because it does take somebody. It takes all of us. There's people who like leave the timestamps for matches in Rookie Roman cancel VODs on YouTube, and I'm always like, oh, thank God, because I used to do that, and I just it takes a village, and I appreciate people. But it definitely is a challenge.
This was my segue into another Central Fiction Glaze moment, because similarly to the KCOTS mod, there's something for like that for Central Fiction that automatically uploads every match, right, with the opt-in option. Every match that gets played with the IM, it gets uploaded to a replay theater, and you can just watch back in the game itself. They I don't know what they're doing, but they're working on some black magic over there for the improvement mod.
That's
we can make
sick.
it this time?
Uh-oh. Well, I did not make it in.
Me neither. Neither did Lex.
Do we have confirmation that these two people have played before online?
Good question.
After the opponent was lost. Okay, well, it moves fast.
Leaving the room. So
Is it normal for them? Yeah.
okay.
Uh-oh. All right.
Should we make lobby, I suppose?
Let's all turn the internet off and back on together.
Pick the router.
Kick the router. Let's see. Okay, coming into the new lobby. Wow. Making a new room for Rookie Roman cancel number 37 top 4. The exclusive club. We should have brought it down to 1 cab.
True. Here we go. Back into the sty we go. Hopefully it works this time around.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Otherwise, we need to be ask where Fix Me Steve is around, or if please give us one more patch. Like, I think the rollback patches for both like Central Fiction and Xrd did so much, but then you like start getting all into all these lobby quirks and whatnot, where it's like, could we maybe get like one more pass on this, actually, guys? Like, can we get some bug fixes in, please?
Yeah.
But, who knows? I think maybe sooner we'll get somewhere if we just beg KCOTS to just do another round of just ripping open the code and delivering black magic again, like with what he managed to make happen with the fast loading mod. I have no idea how that was possible.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's so interesting how, like, I don't know, how anyone can like look at the guts of somebody else's code and be like, oh, you guys were like doing this sequentially. We can just do all of this at once, and then everything loads fast now. It's kind of amazing.
Alright, but I do wonder what the plan is if this doesn't work out again, because yeah, maybe they play off stream or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not something. Like, what do you do? Two people who cannot connect to each other, who we both saw on stream before.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Yay!
We made it in.
All right, we're in this.
Let's see what this Jacko is all about, because like I have genuinely no clue. We do not see this character nearly enough, and all it does is shows up and knowledge checks people. It's basically the other Batman in the cast.
I gotta say, this is a fantastic Jacko color. The baby blue. This is.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
This.
Ooh.
This can't be good for your digestion. Oh my goodness. I don't know. They feel
Boys on the phone with their mothers talking about the grudge match they're having right now. Streaming in 2140p.
Get off the dial-up. I'm trying to play Xrd. Oh my god.
Well, life total's evened up.
Well, this can't be ideal to play. Maybe
We're gonna have to have these two travel to each other's houses.
Yeah, how about that? One of them hops on the call and just gives us the Discord stream. Maybe this is the ideal like Jacko plan, right? Is you just create for these awkward little frame gaps. Oh, little teabaggy. We create for some awkward frame gaps where we just deploy houses and whatnot. And you know, good luck trying to block out the goobers when you're watching the game play out at 30 FPS.
One of the players seemingly unplugging their graphics card. Let's see. Grief taking a moment.
I mean, both of them are taking a moment. They're just kind of teabagging on one another, but as it stands, right, Grief has the round lead. Which one? IK? Opponent has returned to room.
Opponent has returned to room. Okay. Okay.
We'll see what the... you're both wired. Imagine if one of them just says like, no, actually I've moved Wi-Fi this whole time. It's kind of hype. It works fine if you stand next to the router.
Yeah, Wi-Fi is okay if...
Thank you,
That's
Nani
strange.
Ashiki.
Yeah, thank you, Nani Ashiki. Hopefully... My next fear... Okay, we reconnected again.
Still kind of chopping, though.
Yeah, somebody's running Blender in the background or something.
Somebody's not sending enough packets over in this connection. See, I didn't even say a lot. I was going to mention something about like, man, this bracket's moving on quite nicely, and then the disaster strikes. It's literally just one of those things of like, you think it, you manifest it, right? Positive thoughts only.
And yeah, people shouting out the stage pick also. Machka might want to try switching to Japan. That's a little bit of a heavy... I remember we used to have that with Dirt, where like Dirt could not play on certain stages. And then we found out that guy was on Wi-Fi.
Oh god.
But he had already graduated.
He had... Wait, was he playing through... Yeah, it rolled back frames. But
the interesting thing is that nobody else complained either.
By playing
so maybe
Dirt
Wi-Fi is good. Yeah, playing Dirt.
Okay, so the thing is, I once I had played some Wi-Fi games with CF when I just moved. I didn't have an Ethernet cable into my apartment, so I was running a connection from I connected to the Wi-Fi from my laptop, which I then shared via an Ethernet connection to my PC. And I just said like, yo, this is my situation. We can play if you want, and then it's kind of fine if you're in the same neighborhood, but like you start going any further, and you know, Wi-Fi is really gonna start bearing its flaws.
Definitely. Yeah, it really is. It's all about like the like Wi-Fi is built for like packet loss, and fighting games are not, right?
Well, anything really that plays on a frame by frame, right? So if you consider why does something like a shooter work on Wi-Fi? Well, it's because it's not two peer-to-peer connections that have to consistently communicate with one another, right? There's just the master connection, which is the server, and the slave connection, which is the individual client. So the master just says, this is the state of the game. And if you're on Wi-Fi with a bunch of packet loss, right, you're just going to have a really bad experience of people rubber banding around, which was kind of the theory that they wanted to implement in 2xKO. I never really looked into it if it worked out or not, where they had it be server-based rollback, actually, the 2xcode connection. So if you are on Wi-Fi with the worst connection, it looks bad from your end. Whereas normally the other way around happens, right? When you're the one with the worst connection, your gameplay is fine while your opponent is having a terrible time.
Yeah, I love those one-sided experiences. It's very Street Fighter V had something similar. Like, you could be like, oh, it's fine on my end, brother, and then you look at theirs and it's like, I remember Street Fighter V's rollback was like just a little funky.
The crossplay moment, yeah, it was. That one wasn't really a netcode problem. Mostly, it came down to just PlayStation 4 kind of being shit. So you would run it for a longer time. The PlayStation 4 would start to heat up and slow down, and they didn't implement in their netcode like a fix for the performance drift. So you would sync up initially and be like, okay, here's the benchmark for the current performance of your PC and your opponent's PlayStation. But as the game goes on, right, the PlayStation starts dipping in performance, and because of that, right, it starts cycling less packets over to the other side. And the PlayStation players are sitting there going like, wow, this is a great time. I'm having a blast. I'm seeing everything crystal clear. And the PC players is watching like Prime Goku just constantly do instant transmissions all over the screen, just setting up the most devious mix-ups. But there is a solution to this, right? Like there is built in a proper implementation of rollback, consistent checks to see like how are the two systems performing. Are they still consistent with deploying packets as they were in the initial check?
I'm telling you, it's all magic. Even when I like understand the systems at play of like networking and like peer-to-peer and server communication and the way it all works, it's all magic. I don't get it. How are any of us doing this? How does any video game get made?
True. It's true. It's like the tip of the iceberg as well. Like eventually when I have a bit more time, part of what I'm trying to work on is a home server, which definitely asks you to understand how networking works and the requirements thereafter.
Oh God, yeah.
So it's a very specific skill. It's a lot of terminology that goes by you, but all in all, it just kind of works. It just works. And we have to thank way smarter people than us that it's set up in such a way. But we also have to hope that enough people are interested enough to keep learning about it, because otherwise it's going to be a black box technology, and we're going to end up like humanity in Warhammer, where we pray to our machines to just function.
That's so real. I mean, that's kind of the thing affecting a lot of industries right now, is we're seeing a flight of knowledge and talent and skills, like pure skills and experience that just leaves and it's not passed down to the next generation.
Yeah.
And yeah, do your hobby part. Do your part to learn about something. You know, we're all people. We all gotta learn our things. Maybe we don't go into the whole, you know, networking. You're not going into like ICANN or whatever, and setting up domain names. But you know, learn about things. The world is a beautiful place.
It's true. I think I found out recently, like Germans have it like the best way around this, because definitely, as you said, just getting interested in hobbies is such a massive development for yourself and like the skills you can build up. That when they say that a person, like, instead of saying jobless behavior, they say hobbyless behavior.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so if they're looking at you and they're thinking you're being a little weird, like, what is this hobbyless behavior? Which is, you know, if you've elected to waste your time rather than circumstances has prevented you from being a functional member of society. So that being said, go to your nearest Games Workshop, get a starter kit, and start painting.
Okay. Yeah, that can be a takeaway. Go paint some minifigs.
Exactly.
Also, shout outs to the Community Lab for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. We're setting up top 4 of Rookie Roman Cancel number 37. Having some technical issues, so thanks for joining us in the middle of that. We're hopefully going to be back to it very shortly.
Yeah, I think ultimatum has also been deployed that, unfortunately, if things don't pan out again, like, I think the consistent connection quirks come from Grief's end, which may mean that he will have to hold the DQ just due to just this not being able to connect to the opponent, unfortunately. And also just having it's someone to jump in and go for grand final, so it's not actually. Yeah, we'll see how this works out. Hopefully they actually get to play. It's
Oh yeah, this is a tight position to be in because we lose our losers finals.
Maybe like
in a way.
If it's a singular set DQ, so Grief takes the losers finals, then maybe we still get to see him play against whoever makes it through the loser semis, right? But then if he makes it back into the grand finals against MC Schmachka, then maybe we hope and try again, and then otherwise just slam the DQ. But we'll see. Grief has been able to make it back into the lobby.
Okay, that's half the battle.
Now I just need MC Schmachka to sit on the other side.
Wait. No, Smachka, Japan, can we switch the stage? Can we make sure the stage...
Oh, true. Go, Japan.
Okay. Alright, this is our last hope. But it's, those stages are really pretty, is the thing. Like, what is that, like the Heihyun stage? But it's got like the deep background, and it's gorgeous.
The DLC stages are definitely insane. I just think it's funny that Daisuke made the deliberate choice of just nuking his own country as part of the story. You don't see that a lot from Japanese developers. But okay, here we start going on into the game.
I could get into that. I could do a story of that.
Yeah, okay, in the current state of the country, I can imagine it's pretty easy.
Well, so far so good. 10 seconds, everything golden. Yep. One house out in the distance. Grief getting the knockdown. Nice backdash by Smachka. Okay.
Slide chop move. The more I mention it, let's not mention it.
Where neither player has stopped.
That's true. Definitely, there's of course a choice behind.
Just don't look at it.
There's definitely a choice behind Jacko to just stall out at full screen, right? Let the houses level up a bit.
Yeah, very true. We could see some meta strategy from Grief, where like you put the houses down and then the lag spike happens and everyone stops, but your houses are getting
Don't mention it.
Oh, right. Sorry.
There, see?
There's the knockdown. But Smachka mashing out.
Lightning side swap. Dashes away. Gets another touch. He's looking pretty up here. Nice IB. Immediately into the match. Gets the sweep. Chase down. Catches the backdash. Unfortunately, a little gray beat action, but still deploys the house. And unfortunately, presses a low, so doesn't trigger the parry as much as MC Smachka would have hoped for.
Yeah, one house out right over the scroll. Not too bad. There we go. Nice counter hit. Doesn't clear the house. Now it's at level 2, but corner pressure position. Easy clearing.
Yeah,
nice.
Punish.
That's game 1.
Pretty comfortable here for MC Smachka. I'm still wondering what the deal is with the Jacko pick, though. So far, I haven't really seen anything stand out as to say, like, yeah, that makes sense to see the Jacko here compared to possibly Axel or Eno.
It's also a really funny character to pick for someone with frame issues, is to put the guy with all the minions on screen.
Yeah.
That's, bold strategy. Good luck. Gold burst for Grief. Getting some meter. No, super.
We're doing a bit too much there.
Yeah. Okay. Stuck into the corner now. And no meter for Jacko means that she doesn't really have a good DP to use, doesn't really have a good way to get out. A little bit worked out right there, though, thankfully. Aegis is going to be down for the next few seconds. Big opening for Smachka. I don't think that hit.
No. At least gets holds him down. Unfortunately, it might just been a drop here, but he's trying to delete the house. It's a big house, a lot of hits that it takes, but ultimately does end up getting rid of it.
I'll do it again now. Well, it worked out, you know, Grief taken a little bit too far back there, and at the very least, it did cost Muchka some health, right? Because Grief is trying to keep the pressure going here, and anytime hitting a house is time you're not hitting Jacko. There's the burst. Very late burst in game 2, and Grief gets it with the 3H? I know she doesn't have a sweep.
Yeah, it's I think it's 3H. She has that little dash, but indeed, I think MC Smashcard like really just doesn't want to drop a game or drop a round, excuse me, to Grief for that late burst. Nice anti-air,
true.
though.
Nice IB. Right back in Smachka's corner, but gets knocked down.
Sweep anti-air. High moment.
Ooh.
Before the grab comes out, still trying to chase, but is airborne while climbing onto the scrolls.
Okay, that's probably the round? Yeah. No!
Whoa.
Missed it! 50 meter though, any touch.
Female
Watch the little guy,
moment.
yeah, keep mashing. Yeah, it is a bit of a female character moment, you know, so much going on, forgot. Answer, very much a woman respecter, sort of has trouble with these knockdowns because of those lightweights going so high, so he can get into a lot of trouble with it.
Yeah, oh wow. Immediately into the
5D.
dust. Up you go.
Okay.
All that is hits.
No houses. Holy cow. Yeah, burst out, house down immediately. It's Smachka keeping the pressure right now. No, the Azuna drop! Didn't get the roll before it, or the run.
Unfortunate. Quite a critical error there. Nevertheless, I think they're in a decent state here with the health situation. Able to consistently find a few hits against Grief. And now just kind of chilling at the full screen, but the house coming in after the RC, after Jacko gets hit. Get down, Mrs. President.
Threw that shit before she came in the room. Oh, applets didn't work. Still has 25 meter, gets to use a bit for the FD there. On the ground, command throw.
Oh,
and a couple of houses leveled up. Yeah, this is Goober City. This is dangerous, but Smachka a nice evade and punishes the DP up 2-0 now.
Yeah, actually, the more I'm seeing this go along, I just can't imagine why the Jacko is the pick here. Because, like, even if, like, that final interaction where MC Smachka was dashing off the scrolls, went through a line of these caster minions and killed all of them. So being able to just really destroy them like that, it's very questionable about this character choice then. Like, if you're playing against an opponent that has such simple interactions, which is just part of their overall game plan, right? They don't have to deviate to deal with the Jacko nonsense.
Whoa!
And the loops?
Yeah,
So zero lightning loops?
The scroll punish was actually very funny there to clear out all those guys. Oh, yeah, meter. Jacko back on empty meter. Knockdown? Not quite. Whoa. Nice throw. Okay, scrolls are up, draws out the DP. The second one also gets counter hit. Not too great reward on the DPs for Grief so far, but nice combo here into the corner. Parry onto the scroll. Yeah, when the scroll is set like that, it's a pretty free wake-up parry because he gets to jump onto the scroll, which makes him invincible in that motion. Into the parry. And Smachka now on set point.
Oh wow, able to catch on the other end, but fortunately not able to finish the plate there, get that knockdown. So tech out there from MC Smachka, brings it back to the mid screen, big 6HS. Fortunately the burst comes out straight away from Grief, so not able to capitalize on the hit, but nevertheless keeps the pressure running, destroys the houses in the process. But yeah, very difficult to get that knockdown. What a call out of the blitz and the slide, the only low option from the scroll dashes. Trying to fight through the lag here, and ultimately does make it towards the end there. 2-0 for MC, or sorry, 3-0 for MC Smachka, making it into the grand finals.
Yeah, and you know, Smachka's been in grand finals before, but not like this. It's hard to say if anyone's going to be able to stop the answer in the ecosystem. But we've got Cooper and Mishkin, who will go on to fight Grief. But that was a successful winners finals. It was a 3-0 though, but yeah. it kind of came close at times with the Jacko pick, but definitely a lot of the answers specials moving across the thing. It just a lot of guys got cleared out like a Psycho Crusher very quickly, and it's sort of funny. It's sort of like when there's mobility like that and you just can't get hit, it's they don't get useful.
Yeah, I think it was maybe a moment of MC Smachka locking in, noticing the delay the set has caused. It says like, all right, we'll make up some time with a quick 3-0. So we get out of here.
There we go. Yeah, just go hang out in training mode. Drink some coffee.
Go take a sip of water, you know, stand up, stretch your legs. I don't know.
Use the restroom.
Use the restroom.
You know, you don't want to go fight on a full bladder. So the last first to two of the night, Mishkin versus Cooper. I don't remember if these two saw each other before.
In general or in this bracket, you mean? Because I don't think they have in this bracket.
In general, like brackets previous.
Mr. Mishkin is definitely a new name to me, so I find it unlikely they have. Definitely Cooper has had his fair share of experiences into Potemkins.
Yeah, you'd imagine. A lot of Potemkins in the Rookie Roman Cancel Discord, but nonetheless, Mishkin's offense is something else. Great combo there. Out of the corner, but just gets hit with the sweep. Strong first round, but Cooper held the burst, so, you know, maybe just feeling things out.
I mean, you do... I'd say, yeah, there's a bit of time, but not as much, right? This is the loser semifinal, so they're only going to play first to two compared to the previous set. So, whatever you're feeling out, you're going to have to find it out quick.
Yeah, very true. Nice full burst. It does feel like, compared to how we've seen Cooper play a lot of these matchups, wow, just like Cooper's not really turning it on yet. Okay, well there's a DP that worked. But very patient. Like, I think in terms of Cooper knowing the matchup, Cooper feels that he needs to be the whiff punisher here, right? He's trying to draw things out from Mishkin. But it's both of them standing around for a very long time.
I mean, that's also a very potent way to play pot, right? It's just a very patient and reactive style where you just look carefully what your opponent is doing and then try to come up with the right response instead of overextending yourself, as you might potentially invite your opponent to get into like this whiff punishing angles. Nevertheless, right, sets up the pressure, the 2D finds the final hit, and Mr. Mishkin is going to get that first game.
Well, I'm rooting for the little thinker. Cooper's gonna have something come out here. I believe in him. So far, a good knockdown. You know, a lot of strong hits from Mishkin, right? So has to make up a bit of a life deficit, but burst advantage now in Cooper's corner. Corner position, grapple the grappler. It's all free damage for Cooper right now.
Oh. Go.
Yes.
Nice. Full extension, look at that damage. Now, start gun flaming, late air dash to overhead, but immediately the Gigantic countered as well. It sets up the stun.
Oh my god.
And straight into the pot buster, and I think that wasn't even a combo hit, right? It just happened to be able to get through. One RC!
No! Oh, that's so tragic. The burst is like so far away from Potemkin at that moment. It's one of those things where Potemkin normals are a lot better range than his hurt box for it.
Ooh. Man, Cooper in a bit more of a respectable pose, trying to play it slower. The flick actually just going straight through the gun flame to find a nice bringer, and the burst paid on top of it as well. Dust loop. You need to make this count, right? To keep up with the damage raise, the reset, and yet another counter hit. Try to keep the confirm simple close slash. Not finishing the play, but nevertheless constantly able to throw out these buttons in the right spot. The pressure.
Yeah!
Ooh, no.
Okay, that's got to be the round. No, yes, OTG?
OTG? Yeah.
Okay, it worked. Ooh. Too good of a round for Cooper. Still doesn't have a lot of burst here. Okay. And the approach, like the air dash is so scary. Cooper's doing a good job of just managing the space here. JH2 hit! That beats the armor. Air dash this time beating the back dash. Should be able to get a knockdown here.
Sol can just hammer down with those JPs. Even being able to just throw a bunch of them through the Potemkin backdash. But yeah, this is a pretty good spot for Cooper here as
Oh no.
you do have to be careful with some of these options, right? One pop buster gets that corner extension with the heat knuckle knockdown. We got to be careful of the second pop buster, which will put him squarely out. Oh no. Oh, what an error. Could have been really massive,
Oh, my
especially
goodness.
might have had the potential just to kill there.
Yeah. Big chance for Cooper, but the pot buster comes out. One last guess, and just sends it on the DP! He can't RC it! Potemkin was nowhere nearby.
That
Oh.
That is such an unfortunate interaction there for Cooper, because he could have got himself a pretty decent punish off of that 2H whiff. But the fact that he tagged it with a JP just immediately allowed Minister Michigan to just churn out that the SPD, right, to get the pop buster out. And yeah, just close out the game that way.
Oh. Fourth place to Cooper. Good stuff to Cooper. That was the like he was really playing the matchup so patiently, and it was an interesting comparison to all the other wilding out we saw. But he really turned the flames on when he needed it, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, Grief
onto the Axel.
looking to clock in. Put the work here on the Potemkin, because this one's brutal for sure. Especially the fact that Sickle Flash, 3 hits. Good luck trying to traverse the screen on that one.
Oh yeah, even 2H, his Axel 2H, it goes low mid. It's a 2-hit. There's a lot of ways to break Potemkin armor in this matchup.
That's true. I feel like it's kind of one of Daisuke's cruel jokes where a lot of characters with longer range focus have really quick ways to just get 2 hits in some shape or form, right? Like, thinking Sin Beak Driver, why does that move have 2 hits?
Oh.
Screw with Potemkin, of course.
It's to screw with Potemkin. Got the command grab.
He's a real grappler.
Instead of the command grab, the Grief has done that twice now on Axel. It's that last sliver of health, and he says, I don't need anything after this. I won't get anything after this. I'm just closing it out for this one.
Have the double
2
hit
hit
JS.
in the air. Ooh! YSC's traded. Denying the pot buster from Michigan, pretty great for Grief though, you know, not having meter, but gets to play neutral, goes in for the throw! Ooh! Michigan with the burst, nice sweep. Ooh! Oh! Burst bait, but Grief saved it for the burst super. And that's first game.
This is one of those, I feel like it's like a boiling frog matchup where just slowly you're just getting chipped away thinking like, I'm the Iron Giant, I will advance forward, health is a resource, and suddenly it just says slash on the screen. You're like, when did that happen? How did I get here?
Yeah, absolutely. They burst out, but still in the corner. Nice Mega Fist. Oh! Okay. Command grab into a... well, maybe something slick there, but didn't need it because he got the combo. Woo! Reach
Very
up
slick.
moment.
Yeah, nice. Just on the IBs, take the opportunity to fade away. You gotta be careful, of course, because you could still hard call out with the heat knuckle, but hey, at least force your opponent to try and represent that 50-50 option, right? That they can call that out.
Oh, upchain clipping Michigan here. Michigan's got a lot of meter to work with, though. Ah! The pot buster. Grief is nowhere nearby thanks to the Raya, and now we're back to mid-screen, so Michigan's got to do this whole chase again. And already down around. Oh, went in! Something about Axel players and loving to beat out their zoning style and then just go in.
Right.
Oh, jumped it this time.
Oh!
Armor through the DP! Nice. Grief still with the burst here. And a very strong position. Just caught Michigan teching. Oh! Bit too patient though.
Jump ins there, look at him tearing away at the HP of Potemkin and also just being able to rip out this DP. You desperately try to make the advance and finally you get close, but there comes Axel just immediately sending you full screen off of a DP. Why did they give the zoner a DP?
It's, you know, it's air blockable, so that's kind of funny. It's not like the best DP, but it's a little messed up. They gave him a DP and a parry. Like, what's up with that?
Now, the parry is cool at least. I can get down with a parry on a zoner, which you gotta make yourself commit to a choice, but the DP, flat out, like that?
Yeah, you're right. It is a little bit more messed up. Oh, nice jump. Okay, getting in now. Heat Knuckle, yeah, call the jump. Great meter gain for Michigan. Close to the corner now. Yeah, especially the tragedy in this matchup is that Axel DP is going to, like, blow Michigan back to full screen.
I think, was that a flesh chain moment? The Heat Knuckle just snatching from a vacuum? That's nuts.
Yeah, it might have been. Ooh, hello. Oh, wasn't blocking.
Oh, wow. The one pixel is still the corner there.
Ah! Oh.
A little quick teabag. Didn't know what to make of the situation. Very panicky, of course, right? Sending out the command grab, realizing that you were able to catch the hammer fall. Oh, and speaking of the parry.
Oh. Oh, Mega Fist chasing.
Ooh. Able to catch the hammer fall, but there's 2S anti-air.
Oh, no!
What a bait of the burst. Gonna be a nice bit of damage, but unfortunately not the end of the story just yet. The Ben 10, Red X's shame. Into the burst super. Do we?
Oh, it hit! Yeah, I was wondering if we'd get to see the punish. But, unfortunately, Michigan dealt a bad matchup. Out at third place. Grief gets the run back against Smochka for grand finals.
Are we gonna see the Jacko again though? It's like the fact that MC Smochka 3-0'd it before. I would hesitate to bring it back, like unless MC Smochka just has that read on both Grief's Axel and Eno, that you just try to dark horse it with Jacko yet again. But there didn't seem to be too consistent of a plan going around through it. So I'm curious to see what Grief has in store. I hope that they get to connect off the rip this time. And
oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, don't put that thought in the air.
I put it out there.
Oh no.
I did that. This is me.
Well, I think we've reset enough routers for the night, so we'll probably be set.
Kicked a few for good measure.
Well, we knew it from the start, but it's confirmed now. One person is going home with a new golden fish, and halfway to graduating Rookie Roman Cancel as they win this bracket. Going Eno! Eno versus Answer. Yeah, I hear Eno players do not like this matchup. But also, I mean, Answer, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think just all of Grief's characters just don't like the Answer matchup, it sounds like.
But again, we talk about the woman respecter of Answer.
That's true.
It's gonna be hard to get the knockdown secured at the very least, but when it comes to neutral, it's just like the Millia matchup, right? It's you're gonna get outmaneuvered a lot here as Eno.
Yeah, and especially like that's the other thing I was going to get at is the fact that the parry is going to create for a lot of awkward situations on Ino's very own pressure.
True. Oh, JD gets everyone. Sterilize wanted the tech again, or maybe the burst, but Smachka holding on here. Oh, stroked under.
Oh, the chase down, immediately just opting for the knockdown. Keeping it nice and quick. Finds that 2P, the reset. Just needs to get that last touch, and we see the sweep straight into the card. Nice and simple. MC Smachka just churning along, getting that first round.
Yeah, and already the pressure starts. Oh, nice stroke. Getting away from the card and also a forward advance here. Block on the dive, gets to a scroll set for Smachka. And Grief now back with the burst. But we'll see when he uses.
Ooh, fade
So
away.
far, just holding.
RC for the chase down. That's the overhead. And now we get to see a bit of that Ino vortex, which no matter how messed up the matchup might be in the neutral, right, for the approach for Ino, once she does get a hold of you to start getting these triangle dashes going, things can get a little screwy.
Nice escape. Using that preset card. This will be Smachka taking the game. There's the burst by Grief. One last chance. Another card set.
Oh.
Oh, and an air dash.
Yeah, from the top rope.
Catching that big hat. You know, it's Ino's one of the characters you can like some characters there's a class of like they're tall enough to do IAD JK on Milia, like standing. And
Yeah.
Ino is one, and I swear it's because of that hat.
I do think that's one of the funnier like designs in fighting games where characters like like hat that they wear or their hairstyle contributes to their hitbox.
You know, fashion is a part of yourself. That's what Guilty Gear really says. Nice pressure from Grief right now. Got the opening finally. Late burst.
That's the scrolls. Big hit here. Of course, the issue is going to be getting that knockdown, but we do find it in the end. Gonna fade away, bait an option, big counter hit, and Smachka yet again on a tear, taking another round.
Yeah, glad that burst worked out actually. Grief had so much going, but as soon as the corner situation changed, it's well, especially when Answer has scrolls set up, it's like the pressure becomes really good. And Ino's got a great 6P, but it's hard to deal with that stuff. Block on the JD this time, yes. Grief is RCing it to keep it safe now. Still goes.
Dash RC takes control of the turn once more. What we see, Grief just trying to snipe, deny free scroll sets from a full screen distance, but ultimately gets a really big counter hit. Scroll dash, and yet again, swapping the side. Set up another scroll, just dashing around the no tech, but still constantly finding all these options, and ultimately claims the burst of Grief as we see the double horizontal dash attack there, but not able to really land anything. Nevertheless, both players down to possibly their final interaction. Sends it once more, chase down, does not want to give over free scroll sets just like that.
Yeah, very nice HCL there. It's after so many H dives and like the thought of approaching, playing that zoning game, and it's a very long-reaching projectile. It's great work by Grief, staying alive, but Smachka with a strong round opening. Teleport in place. Use that neutral. Ooh! Got under the HCL that time. Going to the air. Grief gets the burst back for one last chance. Doesn't want to make this 2-0. Ooh, nice counter hit.
That had to be a throw attempt, but interesting how that worked out. Once the MC Smachka running the wrong way, the mix off the note, quick little knockdown. How do we survive now? Fortunately, whiffing the VCL, so that's a chance, and immediately the burst gets popped out. Trading. Damage race can be won out here by MC Smachka. The YRC, do we get the air hit? No, we don't. Still spending a lot of meter. 2H, we're facing the wrong way. Oh, nice. We ultimately get the air-to-air counter hit there. So one game away for MC Smachka secure their very first fish.
Wah, wah, wah. Oh, okay. Grief is going back. That makes sense. I was like, it's first to 3. But Grief going for the character switch here. That was a great escape at the very end by Smochka. Like, jumping out of his stroke and then winning the air-to-air exchange. And Grief is now saying he can win it on a reverse 3-0 as Axel.
At the very least, right? Like, the Eno was showing some really good promise, far better than what the Jack was able to perform. So now the question is, how does it go with the Axel?
Yeah, I'd imagine it's got to be a nice matchup compared to for neutral, because you get a lot of ways to lock down answer positions, but as soon as the mix starts happening like it does here, you're in trouble. And as answer, you're getting a lot better advantage compared to the women, because you know, you start getting actual knockdowns now.
He's a stinky man.
6H into a combo, nice.
Looking a lot better, actually. We almost wonder why Grief didn't start off with this right here, but it's also just the very first game having swapped to Axel, so MC Smochka might need a bit of a moment to readjust, coming off of having played just 2 Eno games.
Yeah, that is the challenge, right? I mean, Grief has to do this as a reverse 3-0. This could be a lot of information for Smochka to get their bearings. But so far, Grief is doing a fantastic job using Axel tools and keeping control of the situation. There's a knockdown. Nice blitz! Beat the left tail cross-ups.
Good fight there. The blitz battle. Still though, MC Smochka makes the approach, immediately trying to create some space with the FD and sends the Ben 10 as well, pushes you further out. Things aren't looking too great here for MC Smochka, already on a significant life deficit.
Another great Ben 10. That is kind of funny, you know, the other characters that Grief was playing did not have a DP, but having a way, like, talking about scroll sets and all this great answer pressure, it doesn't really matter if you're invincible. And Grief finally has a game on the board.
I do genuinely wonder why it took so long to see the Axel. Maybe just a very elaborate showmanship moment, but we'll see how this pans out further if MC Smochka can gather their bearings here and find the answers in the matchup. But so far, it's
a lot of...
Yeah.
Because the challenge is, like, the Grief still has to reset the bracket. Like, there's another first to 3 after this. So there's a lot of time for Smochka to maybe get something locked down here.
I think at the very least, you want to try and avoid giving another reset, which, you know, right now you're in a really good spot. You just need these final 2 rounds, and that's your fish secured. Having to go yet another set, it
would be tolling for sure. And why even worry about it? MC Smochka now on tournament point. Smochka just had a fantastic IB on the Shark Strike, the green super, you know, IB that second hit and took his turn back, or took their turn back. Oh, 5D beats the parry!
It just happened to be a situation of falling just outside of the range where the parry would connect. Just that, ooh, wait, do we know how to deal with this block jump? Yes, beautiful.
Nice. It's kind of funny, we've seen Grief use that burst super a lot, you know, it pumps a lot of damage. But it got blocked this time, and now no burst. Has to make it happen with his wits alone.
Oh,
Blocks the burst, no!
Getting low crush by the 6HS, sends it forward. Like that. The JS, or sorry, the JH, excuse me. As Grief poised to bring it to... Yeah, this is really massive, actually. A lot of good damage. Unfortunately, push him out of the corner. 6P anti-air. What a way to kick things off. And it means you're just swinging with these chains. And so trading back and forth, but if this does keep up, right, it's pretty advantageous for MC Smochka.
Yeah, these trades. Smochka's got a lot more health in the bank right now. Grief is needing this corner position to make up the deficit. Nice anti-air. Now has the life lead, close to making it 2-2. OTG didn't work. Nice block on the 5D, Ben 10 RC!
Ben 10. I feel like Smochka got a bit impatient there towards the end. Like, really was trying to fish out for some kind of interaction point through what seemed like a lot of combo drops from Grief's end, but ultimately that cost a ton of resets, right? A lot of health just lost like that. A big tempo swing there in terms of health totals, whereas MC Smachka was before that sitting quite comfortably with an advantage.
Yeah, it all came away so quickly. It's that thin answer defense. You know, strong on Oki, weak on health. And a good Azuna drop by Smachka, first in a minute. There's the burst out. Do we get a punish? Okay, small hit on the Axel Bomber wins the burst out.
Depressing here. The blocks. Nice little frame trap. OTG hit, unfortunately, but able to send out the business clone. Bit too tricky to get the confirm. Nice counter hit. Can we finish the plate, however? No, just slightly out of range for the dash JK there to connect. What a call out of the parry. Just a low slide there. So we're back onto tournament here. Tournament point here for MC Smachka. Both players pretty close in the burst gauge. Grief with a significant, now a significant advantage. Close to getting in a line. The Ben 10.
Yeah.
Pushing forward here, trying to get MC Smachka into the corner.
Caught the card right there. Parry to the scroll. Smachka's got a great touch here. Grief is gonna get the burst back.
Ooh.
Nice blitz.
Good jump out though from the command grab there. Immediately answers back with a 2S anti-air. The air throw resets. This has been a really dangerous situation that MC Smachka has found themselves before, costing an entire round and even the game, putting it down to game 5 spot. So can they survive?
Whoa! Got the sweep into the RC there, but let the combo go. This is the challenge for Grief. Has to think about when, if to use this burst. There it is. But Smachka's one touch away from graduation. We might be going to final. And Smachka with the burst again. Oh no, reset
really
point for Grief.
Victory there. Wanted to push forward for it.
Oh.
It's the way that Grief likes to just constantly throw out the Ben 10, right? Creating all. Ooh, hold on, does this catch? It clashed. Oh my goodness, it clashed.
Got the card. Grief is without burst for a little bit. 25 meter. Maybe thinking about blitz. Smachka took a step back there for something that didn't come. 5D!
Oh, I think that's...
Can't
the Axel Bomber, these interactions. Creating so many opportunities, but no, ultimately just jumps into the 2S. I think 2 times there, MC Smachka was smiled upon by Daisuke from the heavens above, said, we will create some wonky interaction for you just to retry one more time, but ultimately fumbles the bag there as Grief does indeed run it back all the way with the Axel, bring it to a reset here, as it's now anyone's tournament to secure the fish in this final set of this evening.
Oh, yeah, this is a tough challenge for Smachka now, because 2 times was one round away, 2 times a bad burst, now has to do another first to 3. Like you said, the challenge is back at the start. A good combo here though, and Grief is allowing it. Took the step back, nothing happened. Maybe a little bit too hard on the reads.
Potentially. But yeah, especially with these jump overs, we see that MC Smachka uses it to get around some of these sickles, but it's indeed very tricky to get that punish secured, and the longer you wait to just try to get closer for a better jump in and the combo start that way just opens up room for Grief to send out the next attack. But now just kind of both pacing back and forth. Smart MC Smachka not to push forward just yet, considering the significant life advantage that he's working with, and just like that, able to get the whip punish on the DP.
Yeah, that was amazing punish. The scroll situation was actually really dire there for Smachka, because Axel has so many fantastic anti-airs and Grief was in great position to punish them. But finally drew out the Ben 10 and got a punish off it for that round. But you can kind of see the difficulty in the matchup already, is that Answer has to respect a lot of those Axel anti-airs, and has to be right about it. Oh no!
Did he activate the wrong card?
Yeah, I'm not sure. What?
Mama.
Oh, just caught low. Or with Rensen, not even. 5p anti-air. Oh, the card wires he didn't hit! Escaped it, no punish though.
Pick up, 6k confirm here. Down to the last mix.
Nice.
an intricate bait there. Doesn't cling to the scroll, baits out the blitz. And that's the first game in the reset going towards MC Schmatka.
I'm sure Smachka wishes they got that 1 game ago.
Yeah.
but you know, 1 up in the reset is a good sign. You know, it's the first sign that Grief's Axel can bleed in this matchup, and Smachka can win this, right?
Very, very true.
Seeing the neutral right now. Yeah, good sweeps. DP. Oh, nice hit on the 6H.
What? Tech Benten, or it's a Tech Axel Bomber, is a choice for sure.
Grief's, yeah, Grief has some interesting special maneuvers. We've also seen like 6H, which is plus. It gets blocked and then he goes into DP, and it's like, oh, you're cheeky. 3 6Hs, right? Sometimes you gotta play Axel like a dickhead.
Sometimes.
Oh. The parry, the blitz. Well, true.
Oh,
not quite.
Tech Bomber.
Oh.
I think that might have been the chip hit there. Surprised though, considering that Smachka has more than enough meter, but that's the round to Grief here to kick things off. Good jump back, air normal. Keeps the combo simple here with the cards and just land into their own dust. Scroll set. What's the plan? Catches the 6HS and swaps them back into the corner here. Actually, Smachka looking pretty stable. They ended on a super.
Yeah, okay. Whenever I see an Axel super, I feel like Axel super is the way I do about chip supers, where it's like if they're happening mid-round and they don't kill, you've given a lot of stuff back to your opponent. But, you know, it was also a lot of damage for Smachka, and they secure the round there. Close to going 2-0 now.
That's the round. You can see that Grief is just constantly throwing hitboxes in the way of the scroll, which is, you know, 1 or 2 ways that you can play around for answer. 1, put a obstruction towards the scroll, or obstruct him from the scroll.
Oh, Steam drop. Nice anti-air though. Smachka's got the Rusho, taking the step back. Valle right in.
Had the scroll to make the parry safe. Teleports right behind, good defense, but down it comes to the final few hits here. MC Smachka just needs to bide their time, gets the burst out, hangs back patiently, good IBB, steps away, has seen too many times that Grief would go for the Benten there. And just like that, secures the punish. So we're once more back at the 2-0 spot.
2-0 against Axel now. That's you know, this is the long game, right? This is the information game. This is exactly what I thought might happen, is that Smachka did lose the reset, but now they might have enough information to close this out. And Grief is now back on a reverse 3-0 challenge as Axel, but with someone who is now much wiser against the matchup.
That's 100% the case here. You can only do Benten in certain interactions for so much before your opponent starts catching on. Yeah, the run down to 6HS, immediately Benten counter here, trying to find another anti-air, but we were still sending it. 6HS, get off that scroll, buddy. And then also finds the air throw reset. And the multi-hit of the Sickle Flash being able to blow through the card deploy. I see Smachka now in the back foot. Significant health disadvantage, able to find an opening. Keeps the combo simple, the scrolls are deployed, and just gets a raw touch here on Grief. Is it enough to close it out? No, it needs one more.
Oh! Late gold burst by Grief. I thought maybe he was gonna hold it, and gets the air throw as well on the jump. Amazing reads. Grief staying alive now. Pretty good round. I mean, that was Smachka almost stole that one and came close, but oh
my goodness.
Big hit. Nice hold on the burst by Smachka. Another good air throw.
Yeah, this has been really good from Grief with the usage of YRC, just to deny a certain approach on the screen and immediately responding to where the opponent is left to go.
Falls down. The YRC by Grief into the throw. Yeah, we're starting to see Grief have to rotate out those blitzes, right? The blitzes aren't working, so he's trying other stuff with that 25 meter. Gets a hit here. It's Blackbeat now, but it's all gonna count. Into the super, saving the burst for next round just in case.
Would actually
Gets the
kill.
kill. Smochka's on tournament point again. Both plays with burst. 2 scrolls out early.
Fading away. Playing it slow. See Grief just poking away. Trying to set some disruption. The gold burst whiff and immediately just the Ben 10 going crazy with the options here.
Maybe some desperation. That Ben 10 super punishable. Don't get cheeky with it. Nice sweep.
But unfortunately, I think sending out the clone on OTG gave Grief that option to interact, trying to punish, but there comes the DP out straight away. Dashing out of the corner, but needs to be careful. Needs to make a count. The card deployed, able to find the confirm here. Now just needs to watch out for that one DP. The backdash, the card yet again.
Woo!
Laser snipes his target. Is it enough to kill? Not quite just yet. The burst is starting to come back online here, but what a run up. Izuna drop, denying the possibility of even if the burst was able to come up to try and interact. Smochka takes their first golden fish with a 3-0.
A 3-0 after a very close reset, but what amazing work. Grief with that last minute low blitz, hoping to play on layer 2, but Smochka with the throw to take it all. That was fantastic. What a set between these two. Good stuff to Grief, great attempt, amazing work on the reset. Smochka securing their first golden fish after a couple of entries. You know, we've seen the answer finish second place a couple of times and get reset on and lose, but this time they are on top.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Congratulations, MC Smatchja, commiserations, Grief. Thank you to everybody who entered, thank you to everybody who watched, and thank you to my wonderful commentators. Is there anything you would like to promote today? What the heck was
Third
that?
jump scare. Yeah, 2 things. So, Slashback's coming up very soon.
Oh, shit.
I will be at Slashback, so if anyone else is
What
at
the-
Slashback, yeah.
What the heck? Is
What?
that true?
I-
You're going to America right now? You're fucked.
yeah, I planned this like just after Frosty's anyway, so
Oh no.
YOLO.
Good luck.
Oh God. Godspeed. Have fun. Slashback's a lot of fun. It's a great venue. It's a good time. Go to Slashback. If you're at Slashback, go say hi to Yucker. Buy him a drink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be nice. Other than that, Hessen Crash is also soon around the corner, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Finally, some big EU events starting to crop up again. That has GGXrd, organized by Rex. So he's starting to move around again to bring these GGXrd community brackets to y'all. So don't miss out on these opportunities. Otherwise, I guess I did see this earlier in the Rookie Roman Cancel Court. Let me, where's the announcement? Oh, no, wait, other events. Yeah, go play in was it Alisa's BBCF bracket? Go do that. Go play some Central Fiction.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, go join Alessa's stuff. Come join the Rookie Roman Cancel Discord. You know, we got brackets every other week. We got Burst of 5 next week. That's our all-skill exhibition series. There's always people in there with matchmaking. It happens while I'm, like, in bed, so I wake up to, like, 7 or 8 matchmaking pings every morning, and I'm always like, oh, that's awesome. But yeah, the Discord's awesome. We had a Windjammers bracket on Friday that I meant to enter, and then I totally forgot about, but that was a lot of fun to watch yesterday. People are always doing stuff. Prelude to Miracle Springtime, I think the plus R bracket that Dirt's running. It's the Discord's awesome. Great for GGXrd, great for a lot of other things. It's people just in there to play stuff now. But yeah, come join us. Come join this bracket next time. That's my plug.
Next week will be Burst of 5 starting at the same time as Rookie Roman Cancel. That's it's gonna be an hour earlier for Americans. Yes, that's right. An hour earlier for anybody not in Europe due to daylight saving times are rolling in tomorrow. That's going to be 2 p.m. EST, 8 p.m. CST. And that's our all-skill exhibition series. You can go to the Rookie Roman Cancel Discord link there in chat and sign up if you like. that's gonna be it from us. Otherwise, we'll see you next week for verse 2-5. Bye.
Sure. Bye.
Later.
Thank you.